Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another episode. Wait a second. Not to another episode, but the first episode of Comic Shop Conversations. So, the format of the show should be pretty similar, almost identical, really, to Weekly Comic Wrap Up. We're just rebranding the name. We kind of talked to Dallas Fan Expo, and I made an executive decision because, honestly, I just said, well, this is happening. So, but no, I got these guys' take, and I said, hey, what do you guys think about us changing the name to Comic Shop Conversations? Because when I think about our live streams, this is how we would, have a conversation in our comic shops, if we were going to see each other every Wednesday. So, I think it'll be a good way of marketing the show. And also, whenever we have interviews or whenever we have reviews or whenever we have whatever it may be, those weren't necessarily wrapping up the past week in comics. That was just us reviewing books or having interviews. Whereas if we're having comic shop conversations, that kind of all encompasses the things that we do on the show and the things that we like to do, especially when we do show and tell. So, what do you guys think? Chat, let me know in the comment section below, or let me know in the live chat, because I would love to get y'all's take. And the plan is hopefully we'll take little snippets of the live stream, little clips, or we'll take the whole live stream itself and we'll move it over to a separate channel that'll be titled Comic Shop Conversations, just a full channel of nothing but this comic book reviews, industry news, and then live stream clips and stuff like that. So we will see, but I this is kind of a proof of concept, to see how you guys like it, if you guys like the new name. So I know that Josh was a big fan when we rebranded. So, yeah. But how are you guys? What do you guys think of Comic Shop Convos? You think it rolls off the tongue well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's gay, but you didn't ask my opinion. So you just told me it doesn't matter what you think. I'm like, all right, cool.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, you guys can tell me what you guys think, but I'm still changing the name, so there's not really,
No, I think it's great. I think it makes sense. It's more fitting, and
yeah,
I like the name. It's fun.
And we're not trying to reinvent the wheel here and name it something crazy like Pop Culture Philosophers or anything. We're just, we're
That's
saying what it is.
We're not there yet.
No, we're not as subtle and nuanced as our friend Rockin' Robbie or Poppin' Polly. So
it's aight. It's aight.
It's aight.
Someday we'll get there.
Yeah, we will ascend to greatness, hopefully, if we play our cards right. MG says, it's pretty gay, but it suits the three guys on screen. Well, good.
That's right.
Good. Jack Frost, he goes, I like shitting on comics with MVP and pals. Hey, we like some of the comics that we read. Some of
occasionally,
them.
Yeah.
It's not our fault.
It really isn't. I mean, when you give us, when we ask for a burger and you hand us a pile of shit, there's really nothing that we can do. So,
yep.
Rudy says,
really need
let's
to get
talk
that scene.
comics.
I was gonna say, you really need to get that scene from Anchorman when Ron Burgundy's given that salad with poop on it. Just like, no, I'm not gonna eat that dog shit on the poo on the salad.
That is comic books right now. We will get to Destro in a little bit because I'm sure the panel has some thoughts. So we may be all over the place tonight. Genuinely, we may be all over the place, which is fun.
That's good.
Kate, I think that's what keeps us honest and authentic. So Cajun says, I read Calico last weekend. Good series. Thanks for the recommendation, Max. Dude, my pleasure. Yeah, seriously. If you guys haven't already, go check out Calico from Sigma Comics. It is by far one of the better indie books within our sphere being published right now. And HH is absolutely crushing it with the series. If you guys like Punisher, if you guys like Daredevil, this is right up your alley. So,
yeah, I was gonna say that first issue really, it really feels like when I read issue 1, I told him it kind of felt like I was following Rorschach from Watchmen in that very first issue. and he was the Calico. I'm like, 'cause I really dug the first issue, and it only gets crazier.
Yeah. We've got Jack Frost, who also says got a sweet deal on the Akira 35th anniversary box set. Oh, hell yeah.
Woo.
Okay. Ryan hooks
That's
you
not
up
cheap.
then, eh? No. He said, decided to reread it with the nice hardcover. Such a good comic, beautifully presented. If only it had the color from Marvel.
No. Keep it black and white. Keep it black and white. That's where it
Ooh.
belongs. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, Jack, I went into our LCS and there was no Spectre. You lied to me, sir. You lied. Unless you bought it all yourself. I'm not sure. So you got it for $80. Is that
Ooh,
good?
that's
Is that
cheap.
bad?
That is incredibly cheap for the box set. Yeah, because that box set is like it's massive. Because it's like 10, 11 volumes, and
Oh, wow.
for $80. Yeah, take my money. Yeah,
Oh
absolutely.
my gosh. Okay. We've also got Josh McDonald. What's happening, dude? Member for 23 months, one more month until 2 years. He goes, Max had to change the name since he doesn't read comics anymore. Wait a second. No, this makes more sense. This because we read more comics now. I don't know. But thank you, Josh, for the membership, brother. I really appreciate you being, a member for such a long time. Like, gosh dang. Can't believe it's been 2 years since I got monetized. So, I like Garth Ennis's Punisher. I think a lot of people do. Did you see the new Space Marine 2 gameplay trailer? We saw, actually, Curzon, we saw this at Dallas Fan Expo. We saw the preview for it. It looked pretty rad.
Actual dorks playing it, yeah, and Max was one of them.
I couldn't even play it if I tried. I wouldn't even know
that's all you did the whole time.
It's just WASD, right? WASD. That's how you move, and then you can move around your mouse.
Let's be honest with you. I am very, 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 very surprised Max didn't play it because of how much he loves World of Warcraft. Or no, wait, what is it? No,
I did play World of Warcraft in high school.
No. The Space Marine thing.
Warhammer.
There we go. Yeah, it's like I'm very surprised that you weren't playing it. I honestly, because if there was a demo game of like DC Universe, play any character you want, computer game, like fuck yeah, all right, I'll be there playing as Wildcat from the JSA. But I'm surprised you weren't playing it.
Yeah, I'm really bad, and that setup looked like it was just like 4 gamers. Like all the guys that were playing on the PC, I was like, oh, like their beards started here and then just grew down, So I was like, oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
You're the ones you want to play with, so that way you learn.
Yeah,
like, the guy
ingratiate myself in the.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Who's just.
Yeah, ingratiate myself in their culture.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, I see where you're going, but yeah, no, it would be fun, but I don't even know if I have the hardware for a game that spectacular. Like, don't you have to have like a custom PC that's like built for gaming to play that kind of stuff?
Sure, probably, yeah. I know Alienware used to be the gaming tech, but I know there's a new company now that's out game.
Like 10. Like you need to, you get all your different products from different companies at this point. And hey, Henry Cavill built his own PC, and
he did.
Ovaries in the process.
He's a man. So
I'm a man.
Yeah,
he destroyed ovaries in the process. Many ovaries.
He impregnated women with that video. Let me just tell you that.
So it can be done. You can do it.
Yes, but do I want the funds to go towards a new PC for a game that I might play or be good at?
You might play now.
It's a big risk.
Stop. You would play it every day.
I already have like way too many hobbies as it is. An hour at the gym, an hour building Warhammer, and then maybe an hour of reading comics. That's 3 hours of my day dedicated to hobbies and passions.
Yeah.
I can't spend another one doing video.
What else do you have?
Trying to find a wife
through Space Marine Corps.
Oh my god! Hey, are you a girl?
Yeah.
You want to go out?
Are you one of the Bene Gesserit or Castellaries? What are they? Castronostros?
Are you a
that are
female
now?
custodian?
One of the Montagues.
Are you a female custodes? Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we've got we actually have a pretty packed or stacked show for you guys tonight on this first episode of Comic Shop Conversations. But before we do that, as always, show and tell. We need like a little lights and flashy intro. But Kyle, do you have anything for show and tell this week? Or are you empty-handed? No. All right. I shall go then. Because Drew has a big box that he's about to show off. So
you better got a big box. I'm packing.
Oh boy. So I will just go ahead and show off Bow.
Oh,
Long shot issue number 1.
Nice.
Here, So
is that in a Mylar?
This is in a Mylar, very shiny, very shiny.
Yeah.
This was and I didn't get the newsstand because the newsstand was a little bit more, but this is like I got the whole set. So this is 1 through 6. So I got the whole mini series here, and they are gorgeous. They're very good quality. This issue 1, I got to tell you, white pages, man. Like this is a good copy. I was surprised at how good of a copy this was, and this was just in a long box from one of the local comic shops here in California. So long shot 6-issue miniseries. That's a really rad one to have. It's just, Ann Nocenti and Art Adams on their first book. Awesome. And really kind of reinvigorating or creating the character. Like no one knew about Long Shot until that series. Yeah.
It took them, I think, a year. I think it was released over a year, and when it came out,
yeah. Well, with the intricacies of Art Adams' artwork, it's like, It took
Joe
him,
Corallo's in the chats. Joe can vouch for that.
Yeah.
Joe probably knows. I think it was over a year it was released, because I think it took Art quite a bit of time to do each issue.
I believe it. I mean, yeah, when you look at the interiors of this thing, Art is giving everything he has. Like he is just putting forth because this is him trying to prove himself and be like, I belong at Marvel. And every panel is just like star-studded with like all of his talent. So it's pretty rad. But yeah, Joe, do you mean that Mojo was the best he's ever been illustrated or characterized? Like
probably both.
The best he was written.
I'm gonna say both.
Maybe I could see that.
I'm gonna say both. Yeah.
It's been a while since I've actually read the mini, but we've also got Flaccid Phoenix, another member for almost 2 years. Dude, thank you for the 23 months. He says, whose D do I need to ask to get MaxiPad back on? Oh man, the more you ask, the more I'm kind of debating, man, should I bring him back? I mean, what if I brought him back for Wolverine and Deadpool? It's like in a month.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Flaccid, I need some incentivization. That's not a word, but incentive to do so.
Incentivizing?
So you're assuming you're going to have to bring out a character to simp for Marvel because you think it's going to be that bad?
I'm saying that if the fans like MaxiPad, he may have to come back, but I want to do it for an event, and it can't just be for, I don't know. Can't
Absolute
just be
Power
for
One
comic
release
book or something. Yeah, with Amanda Waller. Who the F cares about that book, man?
And
Amanda
Waller.
I like Amanda.
No, you do not, you liar.
She's a strong Black woman, and I appreciate that in my comic books. In every one of them. Drawn differently in every one of them.
Yeah, she doesn't look like Viola Davis in every single portrayal that anyone has ever illustrated her.
Nope.
And she is not the most boring, lame,
strong,
uninteresting character.
Interesting.
Go on.
Nuanced.
Yes. Subtle and nuanced. Very.
The last two people to write her as an intimidating character were John Ostrander and
Oh,
Dwayne
really?
McDuffie on Justice League Unlimited. When she was a villain on there, she was well written as a villain. Like the stuff between her and Batman was great. But yeah, those were the last. And that was over 20 years ago.
I'm pressing X to doubt. I'd have to read it, but
Mm.
so yeah, all that being said, I don't know how I'm going to feel about Wolverine and Deadpool, but maybe
Mm.
we'll bring MaxiPad out for the show. We're not sure yet. We'll see.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. If I like it, then I'll just come out as me and I'll just be like, "Hey, it was good." But if not, then we'll bring MaxiPad out. So,
Damn. Okay.
all right. Next up, we've got so Kyle and I have been talking the biz recently,
Mm.
and I've been on the biz hype. So I showed off the trade paperbacks of Slain the Horn God, but these are the single issues that were first published by Fleetway, which I'm like, what the hell is Fleetway? I've never heard of them. But they took the 2000, what's the
2000 AD.
magazine? 2000 AD. They took the interiors from the 2000 AD series and they reprinted them for the US in these single issues. So
fun.
these are pretty rad, man. This cover is just
Mhm.
super nice.
Wow, wow, wee wow.
Wow. And then I need to bag and board these guys, but I mean, it's the biz at his like peak. And who doesn't want
that
a
one's amazing.
Celtic? Yeah. Who doesn't want a Celtic Conan drawn by Simon Bisley? So that's pretty sweet. So I like those Slain books. Flaccid says, "I've never wanted a bad Marvel movie more."
Easy.
Oh, Jack has the 2000 AD books of
Oh.
Slain. Nice.
Very nice.
That first 2000 AD Slain book is an actual Simon Bisley cover. Chef's kiss.
Oh.
It's so rad. So
Mm.
and then Josh and I have been kind of on a Spectre hype train here, and the same comic shop that I got the long shot stuff from. I also found some like Thor, some Team 7, but we also found a good portion of the
Ooh.
Ostrander Spectre run.
Hey.
So this is just what I pulled at first. So I got to go through these and actually like rebag and board them and everything. But I mean, we're talking issue 0, 1, no 2, unfortunately. 3, 4, 5.
Is that Kelly Jones cover?
6. It is not. But it is a Kelly Jones cover. Wait for it. Yeah, issue 31.
Oh,
Mm.
beautiful.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So I got to go through these, and I got duplicates of as much as I could. I just kind of grabbed whatever. They were $2 a pop, and I just said,
Sold.
yes, please. I'll
Mhm.
take whatever you have. So I'm going to go through these this weekend, and I'm going to go back and see if I can pick up the rest of whatever he has. Because, like I said, at $2, that's like an easy pickup. And then I will be sending some to Josh so that he can fill out his run, whatever duplicates we can find. And then whatever we have left over, I'll send to either you or you, Drew, or you, Kyle, whichever one of you guys wants to fill out your run. So I'm a happy boy because this Spectre run, dude, I've been rereading this thing. Holy crap. It's like, what if
I guess
Ghost Rider?
I did find the trade.
Ooh.
Kyle,
okay.
I know that was not cheap. You got that? It's not cheap.
It was in one of the BCW boxes because I had some long there. I don't know. I don't know how.
Dude.
I don't know how. I told Max the other day, like, I think I have it. Like, it's back there. So yeah, I have it.
I love that, like,
I'm
one
jealous.
of the most rare trades. Yeah, like one of the most expensive and rare trades. Kyle is just like, yeah, I might have it. Maybe I'll check.
Well,
like,
it was in the one with a bunch of
bro.
magazine size shit that can't fit in anything else because they're a pain in the ass.
Jack says Biz is awesome. Love his Doom Patrol covers. Dude, his Doom Patrol. Spoilers. Kyle and I just filmed about an hour worth of Simon Bisley art that we're going over for a video, so you guys can be on the lookout for that.
Oh,
Daddy Max coming in clutch. Jack says, Max, there are boxes by the register at the store that has random Spectre issues in them. Jack, no, there is. I looked through those boxes and they are not there, my man. Ryan
the
and
other
I.
register, the other box, the other register.
Yeah, the other.
Oh,
yeah, the other.
the one in the back. That's
Yeah.
right, the secret one.
Yep.
No, Jack, Ryan and I looked through them for like an hour, and I was like, "You're high." I didn't see one issue unless someone came out and cleaned out specifically the Ostrander Spectre run. I didn't see one. So, but thank you for your service. So, yeah, Josh has 31 signed. That's pretty sick. That Kelly
Wow.
Jones cover is one of my favorites.
Mm.
So yeah, I found several, including the glow in the dark cover.
Well, because you took them all. There you go. Well, they
Yeah,
were
there you
all
go. Yeah,
there,
Jack, if
but
you bought
but
them,
I got them all.
then they're not there. Oh man, so that's what I have for show and tell. The only other thing is I got some more Mylars to bag and board these Spectre books. So can never have enough Mylars because
It's true.
yeah, man, those
Yep.
things are coming in clutch. But all right, Drizzleberry Pop Tart, the moment. It's your moment.
It's my moment. So, at Dallas Fan Expo, we had my little book, Unholy Nightmare, was first printed, was released to the fans and customers at Dallas Fan Expo. Sold incredibly well. Naturally, when we cracked the seal, we got 2 signed by everyone who worked on it that was there at Dallas Fan Expo, and immediately got them graded. And they have been sitting here since I think late last week, and they've been ready to be cracked open. And here they are.
wow.
These back incredibly fast. I am very surprised.
So wait, that was a 2-week turnaround time. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, not even that.
Wow.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, 'cause it's been sitting on my table for a while. So
That's why I've never, ever seen that before. That's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Wow.
So what's funny is I talked to Cody. Kyle's met Cody once. He was at the Columbus show, who's running the kind of the CBCS grading stuff, and he said like they're really working on increasing the turnaround time at CBCS, and yeah, case in point
Wow.
there it is.
And well, there it is.
There it is.
While you're open up that bad boy, yes, Josh, you are in fact a trendsetter, and I am sorry that I feel bad because I'm stealing your thunder because you were the one who recommended like, hey, I need to look for some Spectre books. So I appreciate you recommending that to us because we've like I've been enjoying that series so much. So thank you, truly. Jack says I didn't know you needed them until after I saw them. Sorry, dude, I'm totally giving you a hard time. I told Ryan to give you a hard time, but it's all out of love and a little bit of hatred. No, all love. Kyle, how many copies of Good Yeing did you guys order? Did you order?
I had to get all the covers, Avi.
Well, I mean, that's
So
fair.
4.
Well,
right.
so you broke the website then from your order too, right?
Correct.
You were the
That was me.
asshole who broke the website.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got like the multiple covers, the shirt, the poster, the hat, and then the original art, right? And then the membership because you're a Big Mac. You're a Big Daddy Big Mac membership tier.
Exactly. Whatever that one is, that's what I am.
You got it.
I have to support the gay firefighter, and that book I'm excited for.
Is he a firefighter?
He looks like a gay firefighter, so that's what I'm going with.
I thought his company does like everything.
Yeah,
Like
but
they
you
do
only
like
see him,
private
like, fighting
investigation
fires.
and
Oh.
firefighting.
All right, Here we go. Here they are.
All right. Let's see him.
All right. First one. We got 9.8, baby, right there. Boom.
Very
For the trade
nice.
press. Yes.
Very nice. Man, I like
Thank you.
CBCS's new labels, man.
Yeah. I love it.
I think they look
awesome.
really clean. Yeah.
Yeah.
That 9.8, the text that they use for that looks great. And the book in there looks awesome, Drew. Yeah.
And one
With the
more.
Yellowstone
We got
label.
9.6. Oh, it's trash. Throw it out.
Garbage.
Oh, worthless. Worthless.
No, but in all honesty, when we were carrying these around through Dallas Fan Expo, it was you remember, it was packed Saturday.
Yeah.
It was stupid. And when I look closely at it, I'm like, this may come back in 9.6. I was very concerned about this one, and I was right. So
Yeah,
I'll take
you gotta you gotta take it like right off the printing press. And even sometimes right off the press, it still doesn't even get a 9.8. So
yeah,
I've been hearing that, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I've been hearing that CGC is now going to turn the 9.8 into the 9.9, and the next and the new 9.8 are actually going to be 9.6s.
Correct.
yes,
Is there any
that is correct.
validity to
Giving
this?
out more
Is this-
9.9s and 10s. Yeah.
Yes,
You're putting out more 9.9, so
Yes.
they're inflating the market intentionally.
Pretty much. Yeah,
Yes.
In a sense, yeah.
because there's so many
How do we-
9.8s now. So yeah,
How do we feel about that?
it's
It's a
bullshit.
scam. Just like the whole company is a fucking scam.
Yes.
It's a
Yeah.
fucking joke. It always
Thank
is.
you. Thank you. Oh my god. Could you
Anybody that
imagine
thinks, like,
having
you're stupid? It's like you're stupid. It's
yeah.
a joke.
Could you imagine having like your entire just wall of like graded 9.9, comic books or whatever? Yes, exactly. You. I'm looking right at you when I'm saying this. And then being like, "Oh, wait. Now so now do your 9.9s become more valuable or do they become less because now the new standard is 9.9 instead of 9.8?"
So the 9.8s become less valuable. Yes.
Yes, sorry, I misspoke. Yeah.
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 Yeah. And theoretically, yeah, your 9.8 would then be less valuable because now I want the 9.9. And not only that, so I have I have a Batman Killing Joke 9.8 right there. And
Okay.
so now they give out 9.9s more. So do I spend $20-$30 to get it reholdered to send it back in? Is it a 9.9? Because they weren't giving out 9.9s when that got graded. Is it a 9.9? Are my 9.8s 9.9s? So now are they getting more people to send in 9.8s because they think they're 9.9s? And so now not only are they having more people, but now it's like, let's send all these 9.8s. And if I get a 9.9, I just made all this money.
So will people pre-screen 9.9 now?
Probably, yeah.
I think, let me check the website right now, but I don't know if you can pre-screen. You can pre-screen 9.8. I don't know if you
They're
can
going to find
pre-screen
any way to
9.9.
make money. They're going to find any way
What?
to make $1.01.
What
And
what an
guarantee.
absolute scam. Sorry,
Yep.
yeah, keep going, Drew. I'm sorry I cut you off.
no, I just they're going to find any way to make $1.01 out of this, and by doing that, absolutely, I would not doubt it if that's going to be coming down the pike.
I do not disagree with you. Yeah, that's what I mean, there's nothing wrong with companies trying to make a profit. There's nothing wrong with companies taking advantage of capitalism at its finest, but CGC is an absolute scam product and service. So,
Yeah.
sorry, but original art, do they email you the pictures of the assets? Oh god.
Correct.
I hate the white blocks the numbers are on, makes it look real cheap. Same for CGC.
You're
Oh, you
cheap.
don't like the white. I actually think it makes it look really professional, but
I agree.
Yeah, I think
It
so.
makes it
Yeah,
look-
it sticks
Yeah,
out.
closer to
Yeah.
CGC.
yeah, the white I think actually makes that number pop. So
Mhm.
Absolutely.
speaking of popping, we got Culture Popped with Josh McDonald for $5. Thanks, man. Well, $4.99. He the little cent counts. But he says, y'all know what isn't sitting on my kitchen table? And Ariel Diaz, oh, shut the F up, dude. Wait. Oh, no, it isn't. Oh.
Oh,
No. I was gonna say, dude, like, come
You
on
don't
and
say.
show us the art, but you're still waiting, eh? All right. CGC destroyed the market with 9/9s. Max showing top secret unholy nightmare images. No. We will show those off. So, hey, what's
Again,
happening,
give approval.
Gooch? Good to see you, man. Thank you. Yes, Drew did give me exclusive approval. So, we are 5 years away from getting 11.0s.
Honestly, anything would happen at this point. I would not be surprised.
Oh boy. Let's see. MG said Rippaverse website now has the characters on there. Glorious new information. Do we dare take a look?
oh, we have to.
Should
I
we
got to know.
derail the stream just for a second? Just for a second. Discover or characters? It's got to be characters. Character profiles. Wait, isn't this
Now-
Dokuman's job? Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Because he's supposed to be the guy who knows everything about these characters, and yet he tells us nothing.
Now wait just a minute.
Hmm.
We even get abilities here.
Yeah.
Super strength and agility.
Hmm. He didn't know what his powers were.
Yeah, wait a second. Dokuman didn't even know who Isom was.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're getting somewhere.
Oh my God.
I am not reading all of this though. Come on. I've trained my body to do things people like. Oh, it's the quote from the car again. It's the car scene.
Flying
Dude,
ain't one of them.
I've trained my body to do things like me shouldn't be able to do. Fine, ain't one of them. Avery Silman is anything but a typical hero. He's a serious and stern individual who prefers solitude over company. His confident. Wow, so we're actually getting to understand the character a little bit.
Huh.
His confidence is palpable, and his patience for fooling around
Fooling around.
is nearly non-existent. There we go with more of those little filler words again.
Nearly.
It's his confidence is palpable, and his patience for fooling around is non-existent.
Confidence is palpable.
Nearly non-existent.
Oh,
Despite growing up in the city, Avery possesses street smarts and common sense rather than a deep understanding of technology or gadgets. Avery's history is an intriguing as his personality. Okay. Born and raised in Flores Park, he had a relatively ordinary childhood. However, his adult life was marked. Damn, dude. So this is what the Dokuman card should have been, right?
in essence, yeah.
But now we're getting this for free.
Correct.
Here's Gooding. I'm not a snitch. I'll take care of it.
What?
Ooh.
That's his quote. That's the
That's
quote
his
you're supposed to
tagline, dude.
remember this character from.
That's his tagline. Oh my god. Too funny. Let's see. After graduating as valedictorian, Hartman University offered him a full scholarship, and Madwire offered him a job. Okay.
Fucking Christ.
However, for reasons that are his own, he left and started his own venture, eventually founding Good. Wait, what? This is spelled different than his name.
Is it?
Good YNG.
Isn't that
But
how
his
it's
name
spelled?
is Good
Isn't
YING.
I think it's just good YNG.
I think. Yeah, I think it's just. Yeah, I think Kyle's right.
No.
I think so.
Yeah.
No.
It is my favorite character.
there it is.
See?
Holy
Yeah.
shit, it is.
Hashtag
I
Kyle's
thought
right.
it was I thought it was spelled Goody Ing. All right.
Maybe it
Either
originally
way
was
is
but he changed
retarded.
it.
Maybe. Despite not being an accept, Kato uses his inventive skills to outsmart his opponents. He's MacGruber. He's MacGyver.
Is Kato? Wait, is that his first or his last name?
Kato Kane? Kato Kalin? I don't know. While
yeah,
his
it's like,
genius
these are the weirdest fucking names, honestly. Like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, I've never known a person named Kato outside of Kato Kalin, and that guy is one out of what several billion people on the planet.
While his genius mind serves as his greatest asset, his weaknesses include limited physical strength and a tendency to work alone. Would working alone tend to be a weakness?
I was
If you're human and need help, I guess.
Yeah.
open to interpretation.
Oh, okay. I see. Despite these challenges, Kato continues evolving. Whoa, he's a Pokemon.
He is a Pokemon.
And fighting for righteousness. All right, all right. Genius level intellect, inventor. Wait, his abilities are inventor.
Okay.
Scientist. Okay, all right.
So he's like arcade or forge.
Yep. He's basically white toast. He is just the whitest white guy.
Holy shit. Wait, Josh just sent me something real. Oh my god. Josh, you just came in clutch. Are you guys ready
What?
for exclusive?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
We are here at Comic Shop Conversations. We are getting exclusive news from our reporter on the street, Josh. Josh, are you there? Can you tell us more about what you're seeing there in person? Because it looks like Here we go. Wait. Hang with me, Josh. We're still
suspense.
reconnecting. We're reconnecting. It was Goodying. It was Goodying, and they changed it.
Literally in the text box below it. You go back to that page. Look at Goodying up at the top.
Oh
And then
my
look at
god!
It's spelled it wrong on the same page.
Oh God,
Dude, they can't get it right in the same page.
Oh no!
So what was it? Was it supposed to be
Oh.
YNG or was it supposed to be YING?
the bigger question is how are we expecting to see spelling errors of the name in the book now because of this?
I hope so.
Oh my
this is too
god.
good.
I can't believe Josh and Kyle both. I can't believe you guys noticed this. That's unreal, dude. This is amazing. exclusive content. Wow. So this is where all that money went to, eh? I guess so.
So what was this in? What was this? I saw 1 or 2.
Josh, yeah, which book was this in? Because I think this was ISOM 1. I'm pretty sure it was ISOM 1.
God, I don't want to go to my fucking bookshelf.
Over here,
It's a long
Kyle,
walk.
you have to do it for research purposes.
God.
Oh my god. Josh, for $2. Thank you, dude. Yeah, I just checked this is amazing. Thank you for this. Holy shit. Oh, maybe no, yeah, I guess you guys are right. ISOM 2. ISOM 2 is his first appearance. Is that on Key Comic Collector? Wow. So, but yeah, so this is the question, because if they misspelled it as the title, that's embarrassing. If they misspelled it here, I can maybe understand it. Right? Because it's an odd word. No, yeah, not
Well,
really.
it's a stupid name and it shouldn't even exist. So
Yeah.
a lot of the names shouldn't exist.
yep.
That's one of them.
That is too interesting. But, at least now it looks like they are finally going with good YNG.
Sure.
Still $35.
I thought you said it was 18.
Coming to a local
This book, yeah.
comic
Isn't that what
shop
he said?
not near you. Let's check.
I swear I saw a
18 to 35. So maybe with
There you go.
maybe with the cover choice that you buy.
maybe with it spelled wrong, you get it for $18. You want shit spelled right, you got to pay a little bit more. All right, guys.
I mean, that's quality. To have the name spelled right on the cover, you're paying for that kind of quality, you know.
You think that was
Let's
Mike Barron's
actually
first
edit this.
question? Mike Barron's like, all right, first question. How the fuck do you spell his name?
He's like, listen, I don't think you
We should have
understand. I wrote
we
the
should have asked.
Punisher.
Yeah.
Like, Mike is like, I'm a legend. I created the Punisher's
Nexus. He created
yeah,
Nexus.
line.
Nexus.
The
Created
Badger.
Nexus. And you
Yep.
you want me to write a guy named Gooding?
You can even spell it right on the same page. You fucking dunce.
We should make this a drinking game anytime we see Gooding with an I. Ooh,
I saw him too. There it is.
there it is. Hold on.
Ah,
Wow. Is it misspelled in
Yes,
in
it
yours?
is.
That is. Wow. This
Oh,
is
wow.
just wow. Yeah, do you guys know what a polymath is? I know what a
Somebody who's,
polyworld.
like, good at everything,
Oh.
basically.
yeah,
A
he's like a Buckaroo
polywhirl
Banzai.
is that Buckaroo Banzai.
Again, it's
Poliwhirl
a
is
stupid
the
word.
Pokemon,
It's a
right?
stupid word that nobody uses for a name that nobody has, for a character that nobody gives a shit about. It's like, this is all fucking retarded.
Gosh dang. Well, we won't spend too much time here, but gosh, that was an amazing discovery.
What a totally
was great.
amazing, excellent discovery.
Too funny. Well, thank you, Josh, for finding that for us, and Kyle for finding the the mistake on the same page too.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
never
right.
even
All right. So
seen it.
while we're here, Josh, Max, we talked about how I was thinking about something that could have like better explain what Eric is kind of going through with all of this. I brought it up to you when we were doing our stream.
Yes,
Like,
that's right. On Wednesday. Yeah.
yeah, and like, there's a phenomenon in generally the scientific field where you do a lot of peer reviews, peer editing, peer reviews for stuff. You send out stuff and it gets reviewed. And they generally are scientists and everybody in the field that pretty much just pick apart everything you say and just be like, this is why you're wrong. These are things that if you want to claim these things, we're going to tell you you're wrong. And hopefully you learn from that experience. And there's an effect called the Dunning-Kruger effect. And
Oh, I heard that. Yeah.
Dunning-Kruger effect is where you have just enough knowledge to think you are skilled in a certain area and you have competence and you think you do, but in fact, you have no idea what you're talking about. And that is exactly what Eric is. He is in that Dunning-Kruger effect where he thinks he knows how to make comics and he thinks he understands the comic book industry just enough to think he's
Yeah.
an expert, when in fact, you don't know a fucking thing. And that's what he's in.
That is such an interesting anecdote. Now, would the opposite side of the coin be when you have the imposter syndrome, when you are actually very intelligent and very knowledgeable within your field, but you still feel like you're not,
Right.
necessarily up to par, right?
Yep.
So where this is almost kind of like the opposite of that, where just enough to get by, but you think that you're more. That's
Yes.
so interesting. The
And I
Dunning-Kruger effect.
think Aaron's not here, but I think a play on this is having two characters named like Dunning and Kruger talking, and they think they know everything and they think they know what's going on, but they're absolutely fucking retarded and they don't know anything.
That's great. I
I
love
think
it.
that would be just a fun little parody to walk around and be like, oh, clearly this is the reason why this is happening. It's like, no, you
Yeah.
couldn't be more wrong.
And they're just pointing out at other people. No, you're wrong.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
no. I spent a semester at junior college. I think I understand
I
exactly
think
what's
I
going
would
on.
know. Yeah. I've read comics before. I
Yep.
think I know how to run a company.
I know what I mean.
About
Okay.
comics. Yeah. I have a couple long boxes.
Yeah.
I can write my own book.
I know comics. All right.
I know comics. Please. By the way, my name is Dunning, and this is my partner Kruger. That's pretty funny. Nice, nice analysis there. Pulling out all the big. See, those are big words that actually mean something. Polymath, on the other,
Ugh.
never heard of that before. I thought he made it up. I thought it was a Pokemon. So there you go.
Yes.
Josh says, "Yeah, Googled it. And knew Eric just searched for words that meant good at everything." He's, he's good at everything.
Yeah.
Good.
He knows shit.
What's a
You know
word?
when you know
He's
shit.
Yeah.
He's a Gary
Nice. I like
Stu, not a Mary Sue. He's a Gary Stu.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. Well, let's talk about someone who's making comics that has actually been in the industry for a while and has made quite a few comics, very successfully with some fantastic campaigns. Drew, what do we got? What do we got here? We got an inside look at some of the sketches of the Golem. Is this correct?
That is correct. So yeah, I figured, you know what the hell? We're finishing up issue 1. Let's go ahead and start showing off issue 2. We're gonna be introducing more characters. We're gonna be introducing more of the team, more of the Unholy Nightmare, and this is one of our next new characters coming out in issue 2, the Golem, and he is going to be based off of Jewish folklore, and I've been working on the story for this character for a long while, for over a year. What the story that we want to tell, and it's going to be very heartbreaking, and it's going to really pull at the heartstrings. But it's going to be a badass story at the same time, and I can't wait to write it. I've talked to Aaron. Aaron's actually going to be co-writing it with me. I sent him the overall story idea. It's going to be we're planning on at least a 10-page backup story for this one. And we've been, Aurelio Mazzara, the other co-creator of Unholy Nightmare with me, we were going back and forth on the character design for this character because, like I said, it's based on Jewish folklore. And one of the original ways, I don't want to throw Aurelio under the bus, but there was a certain look he wanted to give the character. And I said, no, that is not happening. And it's
interesting.
Because there's a very over the top way you could have gone with this, which is very pandering. I'm like, no, that's not happening with this character, especially with the backstory. We're keeping it simple, and I really feel like this is the best overall look. And one of our cover artists, the one who did the cover for Unholy Nightmare one that recently we showed off, Vu Don, he did the character design for this, and he looks immaculate. And this is what Aurelio and I pictured. And what I really cannot wait to tell this story because everyone is going to be blown away by this. And it's really one of my first shots at telling something very dramatic but horrific at the same time.
Oh, wow. Well, I appreciate y'all's tenacity for going after something that, is pretty not, that is not really covered, Jewish folklore. You don't really hear about that a lot in comics. So that seems like a pretty cool concept. I like that a lot. Let me ask.
Real quick. Kyle may remember, there were like a year or 2 years ago, some independent publishers that tried telling a Golem type story where the POWs are raising a golem, and it just looked like a shitty clay statue that was just there. And then we're like, what the fuck is this? This looks so bland and stupid. You didn't even try. And this is pretty much my one attempt. I'm like, you know what? We're going to make the Golem. We're going to make him fucking cool. We're going to make him a badass. We're going to give him a terrific, heartbreaking story at the same time. Because when we really tell the backstory, you really see who this character really is. It should be heartbreaking.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm getting a lot of Bane vibes. I'm getting darkness vibes. I like the design a lot. Now, I'm also getting a little bit of Crow vibes, like at least with the face and the hair. Which concept do you like better? Do you like kind of the crazy, or do you like it more down? What are you guys going to go with? Or are these just two different poses? Or
we like that one. We like the crazy hair pose and all that. But
okay.
Yeah. So, but both are amazing.
Absolutely, yeah. He's doing really good work here. And then on your current book, or on issue 1, you guys are doing a little bit of this, eh?
Yep, there's Aurelio. He's knocking out the last of the pages. He's on the last 4 right now. And this is the next page right here. This is right after the Recluse has seen Jenny, the she-wolf. She's pretty much been getting the crap kicked out of her by Shadowrun, and Recluse has gone like almost full arachnid. Almost. He's not quite there. We're going to see that later on in the series, but he goes crazy right here. This is where we get, start getting the an even crazier turn in the story. And I can't wait for people to check this out. And I can't wait for Aurelio to finish this up. I was texting him earlier today. I'm like, dude, I can't wait to see this page done. Can't wait.
Dude, last 4 pages of the book, that is exciting. Hell yeah, dude. And I like how here you can see the little mandible starting to peek out. You're seeing the eyes. You're starting to see like the legs are creepy as hell. Like these really feel like what's that? There's a certain word when describing like cockroaches and like those kind of creepy, gross, crunchy bugs. And I can't put my finger on what the word is, but like a carapace type of leg. I really like that he's really getting into that creepy grossness. But yeah, man, looks awesome. I'm really excited to see this. So
yeah, you're telling
but
me.
Yeah, I know, right? These are some of the updates from Drew. So happy to share those, and I love seeing those. MG says I cannot wait to get Unholy Nightmare, and I keep forgetting I have OA for that too. Hell yeah.
I was reminding Aurelio, it's like, hey dude, you need to be shipping those OA pages to me quick, fast, and in a hurry, because we're gonna be finishing up soon.
Absolutely. Now the next book I want us to talk about, this is going to be huge, man. All of us on this panel are massive fans of Shane Connery Volk, not Sean Connery Volk, but Shane Connery Volk, the one and only, who one of us may have original art from him. I won't say who, but it's pretty sweet. He's an incredible artist. And as we've said before, he continues to get better with each and every issue of Nottingham. And he has just released his new, the news for his newest comic book called Prairie Gods from Mad Cave. And the title is Evil Awakens, and Broadacre's Mad Cave announces anthology series Prairie Dogs. Coming soon from Mad Cave Studios, face the supernatural in the all-new miniseries Prairie Gods, featuring 5 new tales spiraling in adventure, and B horror by famed artist Shane Connery Volk. So Shane is going to be writing and illustrating this book, kind of like a Danny Warren Johnson. But I love the premise of this. It says, an anthology of terrifying tales set in the sleepy prairie town. The first story features Freddie Davis, a champion race car driver who has returned home to Broadacres. I thought that said Flores Park for a second. Never mind. He buys the abandoned speedway, intending to race against its only undefeated driver, the devil himself. Revenants, aliens, and other horrors lurk in Broadacres, serving a larger mythos and a great mystery at the heart of this settlement. What are y'all's initial thoughts about the new book he's got coming out?
1, this looks amazing. 2, that sounds like a great fucking new origin for a Ghost Rider story. Honestly, that's what it sounds like.
Okay, that'd be cool. I could see that.
But with motorcycles, not with the car. He's not even a ghost driver.
Yeah, that's fair. I do like the synopsis as well. Created by the artist of Nottingham, Prairie Gods is the Twilight Zone meets Sin City. That's all you got to say, and I'm sold. That's all you got to say, and that's it for me. But Kyle, what are you thinking? Are you hesitant about this one, or you think you're going to go all in?
Yeah, I mean, I'm hesitant. Anytime you have an artist that is like, all right, well, I want to write also, it's like, well, I hope it goes well. I mean, it's one of those you hope.
Yeah.
Pray for the
That's true.
best. I mean, I'm going to back it. Obviously, I'm going to get it for sure, because his art, at the very least, is going to be out fucking standing. So
yes,
yeah.
Well, I love horror anthologies. I'm writing a horror anthology, so like it's right up my alley. I'm super excited for it. So it sounds cool. It sounds inventive. It sounds fun. I'll be there for this one for sure.
And I think we ask this the other night. I think it was maybe on Max's Man Cave. I said, what are we putting more stock in? Prairie Gods or The Moon is Following Us? which is Danny Warren Johnson.
Yeah. It's this by far. I'm all in on this. This looks amazing.
Yeah. I think that's fair to say, because even though I probably like Danny Warren Johnson's writing better, well, I can't say for sure because we haven't read Shane Connery Volk stuff.
True.
But I do like DWJ writing. That Riley Rossmo art, man, you can't get past it. You cannot get past it. So.
It's tainted goods. I will say the one downside to this, the one kind of critique I have, I'm very much tired of seeing it in media. It's that fucking mask. It's that there's something killing the children by last house on the lake on the left.
Yes.
Mask.
Yeah.
Because we're seeing it there, and we've seen it in the Acolyte. Now we're seeing it here. I'm done with it.
The one that Devil is wearing, it looks like.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I totally see where you're getting the something is killing the children vibes, right? Yeah. That tracks, but honestly, for the premise though, it seems unique enough to where I'm like, I don't like this sounds brand new, which I like a lot. So
yeah, I love the premise.
Yeah,
but fix a mask, or I'll fix it for you. That's where I'm at.
This is cool too. It says each self-contained issue centers on supernatural events and characters in and around the small prairie town. The series will resonate with fans of Hellboy, while the shifting genres and themes will appeal to fans of westerns, crime, race car movies, lost treasure serials, and war stories. Dude, come on.
Cool. It sounds almost like what Ivan Reis is doing with that High Street series from Ghost Machine.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. I don't know, man. So what gives me hope with Shane Connery Volk's writing is he's a lyricist. He's a lead singer, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to be able to know how to write. Like he's actually writing poetry. If you think about it, he's writing prose. So maybe he can write. He can be a good storyteller because he tells stories through his songs. I would assume. So
yeah,
I don't know. I have a good feeling about it, but then we've been proven wrong before.
So we have. Well, the good thing about an anthology, at least, it's like, yeah, you know what, that one wasn't for me, but maybe the next one, it's like it'll be something completely different. So even if it is a dud, it's like, all right, well, I don't have to worry about a hopefully downward trajectory. It's like, all right, you missed one. That's okay. That wasn't for me.
Yep. Yeah, that's fair. Hey, JK, good to see you this evening. She says, I don't mind Rossmo on some stories. Robin King and Batman Shadow weren't bad. Yeah, his stuff on what was the most recent one? Was it it was a DC title, and it was Sleeping Man, Twilight Man, Sandman. That's what it was. It looked good. Like the covers were like, oh wow, this is really intricate and has a really unique style. But that interior art, bro, the bean heads, it's just
unforgivable.
Because Kyle knows I love the JSA. I love the Golden Age heroes. I love Golden Age Sandman. But you got fucking Riley Rossmo on there. I'm like, you completely turned me off. I am going out of my way to not read the book because of Riley Rossmo, which should not happen.
Right. And then when you see the Danny Warren Johnson cover with the same characters, it looks like a space epic action fantasy. Like it looks so much better. So there you have it. I mean,
who would do a cool cover for that SCV book? Take a guess. That first one about the race cars. Take a guess. Who would do a better
Viking Queen?
Sean Gordon Murphy.
Yes, Sean Gordon Murphy would do a badass fucking cover for that.
That's true. But would he ruin the Zorro?
Yes, he would make it a female and he's like, that wasn't it at all. He's like, no, I think no, it'll work. Trust me.
And then he's gonna put a character in there named Cooper, and it's gonna look exactly like Bradley Cooper, and everyone's gonna go, oh, I get, like Trejo, I get, like Danny Trejo.
Clever.
No, it's Cooper, like Bradley Cooper. Oh my gosh, Sean Murphy, you're so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I agree. Like he could nail this car, man. He could do some.
I want to see him on the car.
Yeah. And then this is actually incorrect. This says Shane Connery Volk, but this is actually JMS. This is what's the name again? It's Jason Alexander, Jason Sean Alexander. So not George, but
Ah,
the other Jason Alexander.
mm. Okay.
But yeah, I don't know, guys. I think I got to lock this one in. I think
You're locking it.
I think I'm locking it in.
Whoa.
One of the 5 issues is a lock in for sure. It's got to be,
Wow.
right? It's got to be.
I hope.
On art alone.
You can't make a solid lock just on art alone. You can't do that.
We've seen it. He's an incredible story. Like he is able to do sequential art with his artwork. So he might be able to tell a story.
All right. He
We'll
might.
see. I think I'm locking it in.
Locking it in. So when does that come out? What date?
Locked it
When
in.
is that?
Unfortunately, I
September.
think it's September, man. Yeah.
I'm gonna forget about it
September.
by then. Fuck.
Absolutely not. With all the junk that we're getting every single week, we're gonna be praying for something new to come
I
out.
could be dead by then. Jesus.
I mean, I can only hope. No, I'm kidding.
I'm praying every day.
Speaking of it, and the pathologies, I picked these up at my comic book shop today.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Very
Free.
nice. Is that your gift to yourself?
Yeah, this and the Weird Fantasy of the EC Comics with the Ray Bradbury stories in here.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
just- yes.
cool.
Yeah, I got some great Wally Wood art in here and such. Al Williamson, Jack Davis. If you want to see some great storytelling art, yeah, this is it. You know, it is amazing. I love this stuff.
Dude, good pickups. Good pickups. I like it. MG says this looks like something SGM would do, except it'll be good.
Hey, you watch your fucking mouth, all right?
You watch it.
Watch it.
Even though I agree with you, MG.
Mhm.
So.
Yeah.
Zax, I'm glad you got the reference. Glad you got the reference. Well, let's go to our next topic. We've got a couple videos I want to show these guys. So in my research, a lot of the things that I like to do is I like to see who the competition is out there. So when we do comic book reviews, we like to bring a certain amount of passion or intricacy to our conversations. We want to be able to analyze it, but we also want to be able to entertain, right? Like if we're doing a video and we're doing a comic book review, we want to bring some level of at least some passion and excitement towards the book. And so I was looking around the YouTubes, and seeing what other comic book channels are doing similar stuff, like comic book reviews. So I found these guys because they are talking about, where is it here? The Art of Simon Bisley, the Master of Intense Art. That's the title from Sawblade 666. And I was like, dude, that sounds awesome. Like that sounds hardcore, badass. I cannot wait to see this thing and how these guys kind of analyze it. So I was like, sweet, let's watch and see kind of what my competition is or what we're going up against. So I'm going to go ahead and play this intro, and you guys let me know what do you think? What do you think about these guys?
Hi, I'm Daniel Sawblade.
And I'm Cartoon Ryan.
Welcome to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at the Art of Simon Bisley, presented and published by
Wait, what?
the magazine.
Oh yeah, man. Let's do
No.
this.
No, that was
Yeah,
real.
hell yeah, man.
No,
Let's do this.
That was not real. No.
I feel like they're about to fall asleep. Like they're one more second and they would have fallen asleep.
Is this their first video?
No, they have a
Oh.
good they have like 500 something subs on their channel. They have quite a few videos. Like no, they've been doing this for a while, man.
That
Okay.
fart was not them. No way was that fart. No way it was that fart.
No,
It was
I think
me
it was Kyle
laughing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought that fart was them. I'm
No,
like,
that
like,
was not their part. So
Okay.
Oh god.
but yeah, the energy just emanating, right? I love it. Now, I mean, granted, I don't know these guys. I'm not making fun of them or like
Yeah, we are.
or anything. But I was so, I guess I was unaware of how tired they were gonna be.
Put a
in the
crackhead to
intro of the
sleep.
video. I was like, oh my
it's-
goodness.
It's like
I
listening
love,
to,
Hi, I'm Dan.
it's like it's got the energy of one of those PBS or what's the radio station? Public
NPR?
public radio, NPR. You know, yes. Let's talk about the
yes.
intensity of Simon Bisley. Wait,
Yeah.
what? You want to have a?
It's 10:05, and we are live with the Simon Bisley art.
How extreme. How extreme.
Mhm.
It's so
You know
so
what?
intense.
To be fair, they could have just gotten done like reading like a modern book, like a Krakoa X-Men or a Tom King Wonder Woman. So they might
Well,
be like
according to this, they just got done looking at Simon Bisley's art.
Yeah,
And
that's
then put him to
true.
sleep.
Oh no.
Oh,
I especially so keep an eye or listen to the guy who's got well, I was about to say he's got the hat.
hat
And then
on.
I was like, well, they both have hats. And I was like, well, the guy who has the beard. And I was like, well, they both have a
Well,
beard.
The white
He's
guy.
he's the one who's closer to the camera. So
Closer to the I don't know what that means. Is it the older guy or the younger guy?
younger guy. There we
Okay.
go. Younger guy. Listen to what he says right before they go into the intro. He's like, he'll say like, "Hell yeah, man, let's do it." I'd be like, "Hell yeah, dude, we're looking at Simon Bisley."
Daniel
this is so
Sawblade.
intense.
And I'm Cartoon Ryan.
Welcome to the Sawblade 666.
Also, do we need to like have names for ourselves?
I hope not. And
Do I need to be
Cartoon
Cartoon
Ryan? Dude, you are a
Ryan?
fucking joke. Like, all right, I buy that.
He's not a joke. He's just
He's a
tired.
joke.
He's
The guy's a
just
fucking
little
joke.
tired.
No, he's a joke.
I don't know, Kyle. You haven't seen their analysis. What if their analysis is just poignant and nuanced, right? What if it's perfect?
It'll be nuanced, all right.
Yeah, that's for sure.
6 YouTube channel. Today we'll be taking a look at the art of Simon Bisley, presented and published by Heavy Metal Magazine.
Oh yeah, man. Let's do this.
Oh hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Hell yeah,
Let's
man.
do
You sound like
Oh.
Post Malone, high as fuck.
this. No, even Posty is like, hell yeah, man. Whatever, man. We'll do it. Yeah.
good for you, man.
Yeah, that's an intense.
All right,
that's an
so the
intense
art of
opener.
Yeah,
And then the
put me to
energy
sleep.
dies.
And then it's just like, and so we're gonna look at Simon Bisley
Here we
today.
go.
Which
Oh.
here's what I will give them a positive about though too. I cannot because the antithesis of this, like their arch enemy, their arch nemesis, would be Soups, who is like, "Let's go!" like just screaming and like going nuts on camera for like.
Your
the-
best buddy.
oh my God. Do we have to play?
I don't know who that is, but I'll take your word for it.
We
Is he a-
may
is-
have
is
to
he a
play a
cuck?
video then.
Is he just a fake simp?
He is an
for everything?
absolute cuck simp who just
Okay.
seal claps for everything, and it's almost to the like he's punchable. These guys aren't punchable. Like these guys are chill, and I'm like,
No,
hey,
put you to
I'm
sleep. You don't want to punch him.
no, they will put you to sleep though. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Max made that way harder than he needed to. Is that a quote from last weekend, Josh? Uh-oh.
Whoa. Hey.
Monotone. Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, here, I'll pull up Soups, but before let's just see what they have to say about now, this is a
35 fucking minutes.
Oh
of this
my
shit?
god.
Oh no.
Now, this is a great book, by the way, though. It's impossible to find. And if you do find it, it's like $1,000. It's really expensive. It's almost as expensive as our or the Bible book we have. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like this Art of Simon Bisley is actually more expensive.
Damn.
But yeah, we'll play a little bit of it.
Simon Bisley. It's presented by Heavy Metal
No,
Magazine.
it's Beasley, Max.
Beasley.
I've been a fan of Simon Bisley pretty much since
Bees knees.
1990.
Bees.
Yeah. I first discovered his work through I think it was that comic Slain.
You think?
Slamia, I'm not sure how you say it, but
Jesus fucking
it's
Christ.
kind of like a Celtic barbarian weird fantasy book.
Oh,
No.
all
I don't know
right.
if you're familiar with that.
No, I don't. think
Can you move that piece of paper over there? God damn it, that is bothering me.
From it, but I just don't
That
remember
piece of
the
paper in the
name.
corner.
Just right here.
You move it. That's all I can see.
You asshole. You guys have the a perfect thing, and you've got to have that stupid piece of paper.
Slide it.
I love the
This is this is at 2 times speed, actually. Yeah.
I just love the. It was kind of a weird, weird comic, and
You're a minute in, and you're already like searching for shit to say. You're like,
and he's like, did you read that one? And the other guy's like, no. And they're like, oh,
all right.
okay. Slon? Yay? No, it is not.
Oh,
It's
it's like Sam Hain, Kyle. Sam Hain. It's actually Samhain.
Sam Hain. It's
Yeah.
Samhain.
Slain.
Now there is an accent above that A.
Sly.
There you go.
It's an Eric July name when you
It
really
is an
think
Eric
about it.
July name.
Slanye. Slanye? There is absolutely no way. No, I'm sorry.
Factually incorrect.
A critique of your critique. There is an accent. Yes, over the A, but I don't know if that necessarily means that necessitates that it is Slanye. I think it's plus slain makes more sense. He's slaying people, so he's going to be
Right.
slain. Just like Documan has the documents on people, so he's Documan.
Correct.
Beasley was doing it before July. So
The bees. Yeah.
the bee's knees.
There's some slain pieces in here,
Okay.
but after that, I would see his work. Lobo.
Oh.
man, yeah.
Lobo was the next thing
I forgot.
I saw, and I picked up the collected volume.
I picked up the collected volumes and the editions and the single issues. You could just
Wow.
oh, it's amazing. It's amazing.
This makes you appreciate what comic book kayfabe, like what they were doing there and how
Yes.
Really?
good
Yeah.
they were at their
really-
jobs.
It really does. It
Yeah.
They did
100%
their
does.
research. They had it there. They were quickly referencing it, and
Dude.
had an enthusiasm for it. Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
videos are 15 minutes tops, and they are
Mm-hmm.
cracking open that book and they are going, check this out, man. Look at this. Look at the Dutch angle. Look at the depth that is posed on this page. I wonder if he's using a micron pen or maybe he's putting down brushes. I can't tell. Right? It's like it's just
Check out the
boom,
zipatone.
boom,
Check out the
boom.
cross hatching here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
And-
a second best thing would have been what Kyle and I were doing when we were reviewing that
Right.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I like you said, it's a great look at, hey, these are just some dudes who love comics that are just looking at them.
Do they? They sound like they fucking hate it. They sound bored and pissed off. Like,
They
what
they sound like they never look. They sound like they don't even know it. They sound like they never even looked
Yeah.
at it.
Yeah. Which is
Do you
it's a
even know
cool
Simon
story.
Bisley?
Yeah, just be like, hey, I just picked this fucking book up. It just came in the shop. I have no idea what it is. Let's fucking crack it open. I don't know Simon Bisley. I might want to pick up his stuff after this. This is cool. Do you know who this artist is? No, I have no idea. Awesome. Let's check this thing out. Whoa, look at this art. It's fucking great. I want to get more of this guy's stuff. That's a cool story too. But no,
Cool story,
I
bro.
have no fucking clue if you like it or not.
We've got Copa. What's happening, Copa? Thanks for being here, dude. He's just smashing my older brother over the head with an entire Nintendo NES system, or NES, sorry, because he can't say his R's yet. Oh, his Oz. Happy both day.
Oz?
Happy fly day, everybody. Oof. Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe he's got a little bit something else. Maybe he's got a little bit of the tism, Copa. Check him out. Maybe that NES over the head might help him out. We'll see.
yeah, maybe it might knock some sense into him.
Josh, what are you saying? Oh my god, about is Kyle? Did Drew ever do that to you? Did he ever slap you over the side of the head with the NES?
No.
Nah, no.
Not that well, maybe he did. I don't remember because I got hit in the back of the head. I don't know.
You're like, what NES system? Josh says it is pronounced Slanye. No. How do you know? Did you
Ugh.
put it in
Like,
Google
that
Translate?
needs to change. If that is that, they need to go back and retcon that.
Yeah, I think I'm
That
just
is,
going to call
that is
it
a gay title.
Slanye.
Slanye.
Kyle did that excitement back a lot. You're almost making me interested in what you're talking about. Jack says, told you. Maybe you were right about that, but you weren't right about the Spectre comics, all right? So then I don't know, maybe they
Did they crack this fucking book open eventually?
Maybe I didn't get past the first 5 minutes. So I really
Jesus. Wait, you mean in 5 minutes they hadn't opened the book yet?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know. So but hey, that's just one video, right? Maybe it was just an off day and they're like, whatever, right? Maybe they just had an off video. So let's check out something else. Here's Conan. Dude, we love Conan. Savage Sword of Conan. We've got, the pencils of or the Savage pen of Alfredo Alcala. Like, hell yeah, man. This sounds awesome. We'll get some good Conan stuff here. Let's see what they say about Conan.
Hell yeah.
Hi, I'm Daniel Sawblade.
And I'm Cartoon Ryan.
Today we're going to talk about the Savage Sword of Conan number 12 and number 222. And we're going to do a flip through and comparison and review.
Cool.
Nice.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So today we talk about these Savage Swords.
I do love the juxtaposition between
Yeah.
and so
Hey,
here we have Conan.
some Conan
Too
books
funny.
for you.
Did you cats see the leaked new DC movie Superman suit?
What?
Do we have another
Oh.
exclusive?
What?
Oh,
Josh,
terrible
where have you
those
been?
books.
Josh, we didn't
Yeah,
get it from
Josh.
you.
Josh, you're
you
the man
could-
on the street.
Yeah.
yeah.
What's
What's going
failing?
on? You're over here.
You're looking up
thumbing your-
Slanye.
Yeah, you're thumbing your butt and look up
Yeah,
Slanya.
looking
What the
up
hell,
Gaelic
man?
words as if anybody gives a shit.
Oh, man. This
Gosh,
is 2008.
dang.
Ugh.
Ugh. Well, we're firing Josh as our producer. Gosh,
All
dang.
right. We need a new man on the street.
Salty, you want to be our producer? Because you know what? To be fair, Josh did find that Eric July's Goodying was spelled incorrectly in his first ever appearance. So that's pretty strong journalism right there. So, but thank you, Salty. We'll have to check this out. Here, yeah. Let's see if we can find it. Is it on the Twitwat? Is it on the old Twatters?
Has to be on the Twatter sphere.
Yeah. I stopped working as man on the street years ago and I became a Christian.
But
He's a
it's-
good young boy now.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, let's see. I'm gonna go on the Twat. Hopefully it's the first thing I see because I don't want to scroll for too long.
Because I want to
but-
get into these Savage Sword of Conan books. I really want to know why they're good.
They're so enthused. I want to get their enthusiasm.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Do you though?
Yeah.
Do we even have the mental capacity to watch what they're showing?
No,
Watch what they're talking about?
I don't.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything.
Mm.
And even if I search Superman, I highly doubt that it'll come up. It's just a bunch of memes. Oh, here's some Daniel Warren Johnson stuff. Yeah, I'm not really seeing much here.
Maybe it was a joke. Probably was a joke then.
Oh well. Let me type in Superman. Because it's got to be. Hold on. Is this what you're talking about, Salty? New Superman photos. The boy looks great.
Does
Okay.
he?
I mean,
You can barely
Really-
see shit.
barely see
all
him.
right.
I kind of see red trunks here.
Yeah, Yeah,
That's good. I mean, are these really set photos though?
is that a
This
set?
looks like
So is
it's-
that a Daily Planet
Yeah,
newspaper taken on
in
the
the
set?
newspaper? Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Metropolis
New
Eagle.
look at Superman.
Okay, real quick, I gotta raise a bullshit flag on this. So, like, I understand, like, we do all know there's Daily Planet, but still at the same time, there's the Daily Star, the competing newspaper company in Metropolis. Like, it's like, really, that one? Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm nitpicking.
I mean, they do have Daily Planet here. So that's
Oh,
good.
that's good. That's a start.
And then Metropolis Eagle. So
Eagle.
yeah, Daily. I do like that everything is like super weathered. It looks super like it looks real
looks
on
real.
LinkedIn. Yeah, I like that.
And
then
so,
the
fun
actual
fact.
photos look
Fun
different.
fact. Sorry, I mean to cut you off, but my
No, you do.
sister-in-law, she works for Chase Bank, and she works in downtown Cleveland, and that's where they're filming. And they are filming this movie at her building.
Bullshit.
So-
Really?
Yeah, she texted me the other day, and she said, "Hey, they're filming." In Chase, and everybody was telling them like, "Hey, don't anybody come down here when they're filming because it's just going to be a nightmare." And I said, "No,
Yeah.
you need to go down there because you could see
Absolutely.
Superman." And James Gunn, like, you could maybe be an extra. You don't know. They pull people
Yeah.
off the street all the time. So
Yeah.
he's like, that's a
Wow.
once in a lifetime thing. So she's like, yeah, I think I'm gonna go down there. I'm like, you should.
Oh, absolutely.
So-
Absolutely.
Fake hostage
man.
number one.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Hey,
there you go.
you go. You guys need an extra? Sure,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
hop in the pile of dead bodies back there.
Mhm.
I mean, if it's a Zack Snyder DC film, then yeah, we're gonna need tons of dead bodies, dead civilians everywhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
JK says, I'm not optimistic on the Gunverse either, MG. Everything seems Tom Kingish, and I don't like depressing. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's
agree.
like even with these photos, like even if he looked perfect, I still don't have hope for this franchise that
Hater.
they're trying to reinvigorate, reintroduce, reignite. I mean, like what?
Yeah.
It's dead.
What?
Yeah.
It has ceased to be.
Yeah. They're going to like it needs to be a perfect film in order to make any waves. In order to be
And
any
that's all James Gunn does is make perfect films.
Well, not just that, but there's a lot of behind the scenes factors with this financially.
yes.
Because
yeah.
the financial documents were leaked, and those are public record. This film cost them, as of right now, over $300 million to produce. Production budget over $300 million. This needs to make $1 billion. $1 billion.
Mm.
I mean, normally I would say, well, it's a Superman movie. Of course it's
Right.
going to make $1 billion.
Easy. Yeah.
But
But man, it still
Batman
didn't.
v Superman didn't make $1 billion. That you get like you cannot make that up. That's awful. You have the two biggest superheroes of all time, and they can't make $1 billion.
No.
Whereas, like,
And,
what-
and your first promo image is Superman looking so fucking disinterested and annoyed
yes,
with something going off in the background. It's like, and people instantly started memeing it. That is not a good sign.
yes, yeah, it's pretty sad. The fact that a movie about space pirates with a raccoon and a talking tree made more than Batman v Superman. I mean, I think that made $1 billion, right? Or at least maybe the second one did.
It was close. It was close to it. I know that. So did the third one. Third one's close to $1 billion too. I think it probably maybe, but still, it made more than BVS and Man of Steel.
That's yeah.
Mm.
That just tells you it's about content. It's about how good is the material, not who's in it, I guess. But speaking of good material, let's see what these guys have to say about some Conan books.
Conan, featuring one of my favorite artists, comic book artist John Buscema, and besides Frank Frazetta, he's the perfect Conan artist.
Yeah, I agree.
Honestly,
And the reason I'm talking about these two is they're not really connected in any way other than the fact that John Buscema drew them
Oh,
both, but he inked himself on one, and the other is just an example of Alfredo Alcala inking
oh.
over his work. Um,
So they're
and
both.
a lot of Conan, Savage Sword Conan fans.
Wait, then why are you
familiar
reviewing the
with-
one book that he didn't work on? It's the Savage Pen of Alfredo Alcala. He didn't work on that other book. What the fuck
But yeah,
does that even
so he said
matter?
both of them are John Buscema, but one is inked and one is penciled.
One is, yeah, he did the inks on the one on the left, and then the right one is that Alfredo Alcala
Alcala, yeah.
did. So it's like, why the fuck are you even looking at that other book then?
Just
Change the
as
title
mouth
to a
breathing.
juxtaposition between John Buscema. Oh, who, write it, artist off. Who's better, John Buscema, Alfredo Alcala? It's like,
There
dude,
you go.
it's like,
Well, if you put Buscema in your title, you're immediately going to get clicks because people love, that's classic Conan, right? But yeah,
Right.
I like the juxtaposition. Go Buscema versus Alcala or whatever.
Mhm.
Like who inks better or
Who
who's got
wins?
the better?
Yeah.
Who wins? Who's the better Conan artist or like whatever, right? So, but yeah, because I'm like, what? So they're both John Buscema. I don't know.
Alcala over Buscema inks. It's pretty prominent stuff and well known. But I read somewhere, and I wish I could remember,
Of course.
but couldn't find or think of it.
Uh-huh.
You
No
could
shit.
you could take 3 minutes
Yep.
to just go online and go like, what was that quote? Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
This is a recorded video, jackass. You know you can
It's called
easily
fucking research. Do your fucking
Yeah.
research.
look it
God
up. If
damn.
you chose to do a video on this subject, look up the fucking subject. No one's forcing you to do this unless somebody is. Get a gun to your head.
Oh man. If someone did have a gun to his head, at least maybe it'd be a little bit more like upbeat.
I hope so.
Oh man.
Time for this review, but I had read that John Buscema did not really care for Alcala's inks, which is amazing to me because I think it's one of the most beautiful combos ever in comics.
Well then let's see it. Open it up, please.
Yeah.
Can we
get to
please
it.
see what you're talking about? Oh, there we go. 350.
Almost 4
And-
minutes.
I know not a lot of art geeks do as well. That's why we have this channel.
Definitely.
So
You're art geeks. You haven't even
let's
gotten
just
to the
start
goddamn
here.
book. God
this
damn.
is a really good example of how Buscema inks his stuff, or normally when you see a good inker even not doing what Alcala does on Buscema's work, this is how it translates. He's that good of a penciler and just drawer in general. I mean,
But what about it though? What is it?
another
So, with
Alcala, here's linear quality of these two faces.
yeah,
Here's a
I
good
mean,
here's a good example.
Ooh, see that's cool. It's like, whoa, that's a wild difference between the two.
Yeah.
It almost looks like these don't look like Buscema did them, like I definitely I don't know. I would almost say maybe even the right one looks more like him, but I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm more of a fan of the one on the right for sure.
Yeah. Good Lord, please stop. Sorry, we're putting you guys to sleep, but
Oh my god.
but it's like, he's probably got some really cool material that he wants to talk about. But my God, man, get it out. So
yeah.
Today, Junior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just bid it the fuck out. Have some excitement. Have pages marked or whatever. Like you want to do specific things. Have those marked, ready to go. And say, hey, here are the examples we want to talk about.
Because that is
Or-
what the cartoonist kayfabe guys would do. They would have pages
Mhm.
tabbed.
Yep.
They would
Yeah.
reference them. But
Okay.
it's like, it's not that fucking hard. It's not rocket surgery. You
Yeah,
do
it's
your
really not.
research, get everything laid out, what you're going to talk about, different points, and you go from there. You make it entertaining. You don't make it like watching fucking paint dry.
I've seen too some really good channels that do the same thing where they do the top-down camera, which I like a lot. But if they go like if they skip a few pages, they'll go to the page that they do want to talk about, but they'll actually cut it. So you'll get a cut from, they're like, page 1, this is what I really liked about it. And then it'll cut, and all of a sudden you're on page 4. And they're like, this is the next thing, right? So they're editing in post that time between those pages that they're like, yeah, I don't need this. Just speeds everything up. Helps with the process of just getting to that next thing. And but yeah, man, I mean I prefer long form videos, but this is a whole nother. I mean, that's a
it's like he's the point. I will listen. I will watch because when in the background when I'm working, when I'm writing, I'll have on Cartoonist Kayfabe in the background. Like when they're talking about Wizard magazines or like the Rob Liefeld retrospective, whatever the fuck it is. I will have them on in the background because I love hearing them talk about it. It is amazing because you love hearing that enthusiasm and just how informative it is. And it's just cool stuff to hear too. This will put me to fucking sleep if I'm working. I can do not operate heavy machinery. Do not operate heavy machinery watching these guys.
Yeah. No, yeah, kayfabe, they're super inspiring too. Like they just the passion that they bring to it is just it radiates off the video to where it's like, man, I want to do my own style of this, right? So, this is a different guy though, and I forget why I pulled this up. I thought it was kind of interesting. He's definitely a Liefeld hater, but
really,
I think, oh yeah, big time. So I do remember like there's a specific moment that he talks about the interiors here, and he kind of has to eat his words because he's like, yeah, he can't draw feet because he sucks. And then he shows off a page, and then he's like, well, actually this foot here looks pretty good.
Anatomy is pretty much on point here. I mean, nothing that I've like is just jumping out
real
at
quick,
me. So
real
I'm
quick,
like, okay,
real
cool.
quick. Time out. Sorry. It's a fucking comic book. All right. It's an elevated reality. Not everything is going to be a perfect anatomy. All right. If you want perfect anatomy, go to a fucking anatomy book. Things are going to be exaggerated. Every artist has their own unique style. Todd had his own style. Eric Larson had his own style. Jim Valentino had his own style. Wally Wood had his own style. And Rob Liefeld has his own style. It's not going to be the fucking exact physiology, what it's going to look like. You want that? Go to a fucking physiology book. Get that shit out of here. Anytime anyone brings it up about someone's style, no, you've lost your fucking argument.
Then you'll like his intro. You'll like his intro about Rob Liefeld then, because he's all about anatomy, I guess. But I think he talked about the foot here. So let me see if it's in this section. I think I remember it being here.
Page spread, but there's Wolverine and there's Deadpool and there's a bunch of fucking nameless dumb fuck douchebags. Now, did this pick up from the last issue? I feel like
he sounds like Kyle.
He does sound like me, and he's not far off. That's pretty accurate.
I'll give him that. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. There you go. I'll give him that.
But what's wild is that he's saying this about a Wolverine book. We say this about like a Fire and Ice book.
Yeah.
When the Fire and Ice book, when they had all those like nameless villains, and we're like, look at all these dipshit douchebags. But
no. So is this just picking up here? So I mean, I opened this and like this isn't a bad shot of Wolverine. Look, he actually drew feet.
Oh,
like there they are. I mean, his leg kind of going forward and coming back. That's hard to do. So I'm not going to fault if that looks a little weird there. Muscles are in place. I'm not seeing anything that I'm just like, makes me want to throw up. Like I like this picture of Wolverine. Am I wrong for liking that? If you think
no, I'd actually
not.
say you're pretty based for liking that. It's a cool Wolverine photo.
Yeah, I would say the millions of dollars in sales and the hundreds of thousands of copies sold say like, no, yep, you're in agreement with other people who liked it. Yeah, I'm sorry, like I hate to preach, but like it's shit like that. It's like, look, it's a unique style. If you don't like the style, just say you don't like the style. There is anatomy should not be on fucking point. I think even Neil Adams said that anatomy should not be on fucking point. Every artist is having their own unique signature when they do art, and that's not gonna be fucking perfect. Like I said, Todd, Neil, Rob, everyone has their own style. It's not gonna be exact physiology. If you want that, get the fuck out of comic books. Like this dipshit. Get the fuck out of comic books. All right.
I don't know. You haven't listened to all of his points, Drew. Come on, let's hear him out. Let's see what his intro is.
You know, I don't really like to. I don't really want to be like too negative and just talk shit about
you don't say.
artists and everything,
Really?
especially someone who's been in the business for so long. But goddamn,
He's very successful, much more successful than you. Yeah.
Like, what is there to say about Rob Liefeld that hasn't been said a million times before? If you watch my brother's YouTube channel, he's done several videos showcasing his artwork and pointing out all the flaws and the issues and the mistakes in his art and all that shit. And, you know, it's really funny. So,
Drew, you're having an aneurysm. What's wrong?
If you don't like the style, just say you don't like the style. Anatomy is not.
What if it's wrong?
No.
What if it's objectively wrong?
No. The word wrong should not come up when it comes to someone's style. All right. Just say you don't like the person's style. Like Riley Rossmo. I'm not gonna say anything about the anatomy. I'll just say his art fucking sucks. I don't like his art. I think it's immature and stupid. I don't think it belongs in comic books. I don't say anything about the physiology. I just say his art sucks. With Rob, it's an exaggerated art style. It's his own unique signature. It's got an American manga feel to it, you know. And he said that was some of his inspirations, and people love that style. It sold hundreds of thousands. It sold millions of copies. People love it, and clearly these two dipshits here don't like his style, even though it's very popular and very successful and has made him a millionaire. It's like, you know what? Just say you don't like his style. Don't say his anatomy isn't on fucking point. All right. Comic books will not have perfect anatomy. If you want that, go to a fucking anatomy book, go to fucking med school, get out of fucking comic books. You don't fucking belong here. Get the fuck out.
I think ultimately,
I'm sorry, I'm worked up. It's arguments like that get me worked up.
No, hey, that's totally fair, brother. I totally understand. I think ultimately you can say, you know, like you said, I don't like this style, but you can't deny when someone has like talent. Like I truly do believe that Riley Rossmo is a talented creator or an artist. Like I think that his style is absolutely not for me. I mean, I'm almost repulsed by his style. Same. But I can never draw like that. Like, like the characters that he makes and how he draws his worlds and things like that. I feel like it has to have some sort of level of talent. And that's the same thing with Rob. I think Rob did more for the comic book industry that a lot of current artists are doing, because Rob also mentored. And that's not like a lot of artists didn't do that. And Rob took the time to actually mentor young image artist creators, which I think is pretty rad.
Think of all the big names that he found and put under his studio. He found some of the best inkers in the business, some of the best artists in the business. A lot of them have been working in Hollywood since then. Guys like Chap Yap and Stephen Platt, and Norm Ratman. Art T-Bear. These guys have been in the industry for decades, and they're fucking amazing. And just as great as Rob is. I mean, like you said, Rob's art may be alienating, all right, but you cannot say anything about the anatomy. If you're going to complain about the anatomy, get the fuck out of here. Get your shit, get your dick, get the fuck out of here.
And you know what I think is funny too? Rob tends to get the Nickelback treatment. Everyone thinks it's
absolutely
funny to make fun of Nickelback because it's a meme now. And yet, if they actually like either listened to the music or looked at his art, they'd be like, "This is kind of fun. Like, why does everyone hate on it so much?" And so I think people just think it's funny, or people think that it's just a cool thing to do. Just be like, "Oh, Rob Liefeld, fucking whatever." And it's like, dude, it have an ounce of what that guy has. So,
and honestly, that all goes back to the patient zero for that was Wizard Magazine. I blame that from probably around 1998. I blame Wizard Magazine, and that's only exacerbated since then. But thankfully, since Wizard died out and Rob is still prevailing, Rob is still putting out books, Rob is still immensely successful. He's proven those dipshits at Wizard and this numbnuts right here that no, you're clearly in the fucking minority. You are clearly pretty fucking wrong. You get your correct anatomy bullshit out of fucking comics. If you want that, go to a fucking anatomy book.
He still makes some good points here. Let me play it for you real quick. I will say that MG, this is how you remind me of what I really am. It's not like you. A different story. This time I don't know, but
Down.
yeah, there we go. To the bottom of it. Okay, if I haven't listened to that song in like 20 years and I still remember it, come on.
It's a banger.
It's a banger. That song slaps, man. Oh, but Creed's better. Creed is better.
Oh yeah.
We were singing Creed in Dallas. Hello, Steph. Great to see you. Thank you for being here. Nuke says he never liked JR's art. Ooh, Nuke. What about
there's a style
Warzone?
that can be alienating? You know, it's like you never know because he has a unique signature and a unique style. But I will say, you can say this. I will say JR's style, his unique signature, has gotten weaker over time.
How his style has evolved. It's
I would say
bad
devolved.
now.
I would say
Yeah,
devolved.
absolutely, yeah. From the Spider-Man movie. But yeah, no, JR on Punisher Warzone, dude, and some of the
Oh, fuck
Spider-Man
yeah.
stuff. Mwah.
Daredevil, his Daredevil with Anna Senti, amazing.
Daredevil, yeah. But now it's downright awful. I don't like it. So
Mhm.
all right, well let's play a little bit more of this.
Definitely go to his channel and check out some of those. I found these as I was looking through my comics. Wolverine number 154 and 155, and this was back in September of 2000. So it's a while back, right? I had forgot these even existed. I forgot I had them. But check it out. It's Rob Liefeld doing a Deadpool. That's, new and unique. I never thought I'd see that. With the Wolverine or the Deadpool trailer.
Fuck this guy. Because look, this was the very first time Wolverine and Deadpool crossed paths.
This is their first.
I think this may have been part 2. I think part 1 was when Deadpool had him over the swords. I think this was part 2. But yeah, okay. Rob did the story, and this is huge. I mean, this was Rob coming back to Marvel. Rob had been away from Marvel for some time after he did his Captain America: Heroes Reborn. He was asked to come back because Wolverine wasn't selling well. He came back for maybe 5 issues of Wolverine. Boom. They sold incredibly fucking well. Why? Because people love his fucking style. People love his storytelling. People love his art. So this dipshit can get the fuck out of here. And case in point, I bought this bad boy, Bloodstrike, this trade paperback that came out.
Ooh, very nice.
Battle Blood. This is pretty fucking awesome. I love this. Has more balls than anything out in comics right now. It probably has more balls than this dipshit talking right now. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to shut. I'm trying.
That's all right. No, hey, you can be heated. That's all right. This is comic shop conversations. There have been times where I've been in my comic shop where I get heated as well. So it's totally fair. Totally fair. I just get heated at Spawn unwanted violence, not Rob Liefeld. So. Nuke says, do you guys think John Malin draws just like Rob does? Yes.
No. I would say it's a combination of Rob and Willis Portasio. If you look at his style, it's got a Willis Portasio style, like in the faces, and a little bit like Rob. I would say more like Willis Portasio.
Keel, you read that book or tried to read that book?
Godlike.
Oh
yeah, no one actually has read the book because you can't read it.
But, would you say that it looks like Rob?
No, Rob is much better than John Malin.
Well, yes, he is, but I'm
not a big Rob Liefeld fan. There are times where he's good, and there are times where Rob would even probably have to admit that you didn't really try on that cover because stuff doesn't align, stuff doesn't add up, it doesn't look. But That being said, I yeah, I'm just not really a big fan of John Malin's art altogether. Anyway,
Yeah, that's fair.
I it's just kind of basic.
Yeah.
I don't know. You could probably say it looks like 5 different people's kind of art, I guess.
I think it's like what you would expect to open or what you'd expect to see when you open a 1993 Image comic book.
Right.
And you will get that is Malin to a T. You know, like
Yeah, like a
It's good.
cable book. It's like this could be 5 different people on this cable book. It could
sure,
be
yeah.
John,
And it's
it could be Raw. I don't know.
and it's not bad. I mean, there's
No.
nothing wrong with that. And I don't think that his art is bad. I actually think he's very talented. But there is his unique style is that of like a combination between Rob and Wills.
Yeah.
So, I like this question though. Who would be better on the DWJ book, JRJR or Rossimo? Right
I'll take
now?
JRJR.
Oh no, I see.
I'd take Rossimo.
Yeah, I can't do any more JRJ. Like current JRJR.
No way.
No way, Jose.
Not even on a
I
cover.
think- Absolutely not.
Fuck off, dude. Like,
Yeah.
no.
It's bad. It's bad. So, Rob's Captain America cover where he's got the huge chest is particularly bad. And I think, Rob has those covers that people always point to and they go, look at how bad this is, which is fair, right? Because it's notorious at this point. And wasn't it a Wizard magazine cover? It wasn't even a cap.
No, it was just a piece of promo. It wasn't the cover. It was a promo.
That's right.
piece.
That's right. Yeah.
And that's all it was. Wasn't on a cover. Wasn't.
Yeah.
It was just a promo piece. And you know what? The funny part is that piece of art. It's sold at Heritage. I think for it's like $300,000-$400,000.
I mean, we can laugh all we want, but nothing of mine will ever be $300,000 to $4,000.
No.
$300,000 to $400,000.
He's laughing.
Numbers
all
don't
the way
lie.
to the fucking bank.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
I wonder if some millionaire bought that as a meme. And it was just like, yeah, it's just funny.
Sure.
It's funny to have.
Why not?
Let's see. There's just a little bit more. I think he gets into a little bit of like the wrist and like how he's slashing Deadpool and things like that. So
With Wolverine, Deadpool, Wolverine,
I'm gonna shut
Deadpool
up.
3, I guess. That trailer just dropped. Everyone's excited for it. I'm excited for it. So I thought now would be a good time to check this out. I was holding on to this for a while to try to do with my brother Rob, but my schedule just isn't lining up with his. I can't get out to see him. We live somewhat far away where it's not just easy to see each other as often to do this. So with the trailer being out and I need something to do and look at, so we're going to look at. So when I was first looking through this book, I was kind of like, hey, this Rob Liefeld art isn't too terribly bad. Like, I'm like, oh my God.
I really like this opening page. I mean, that looks sick.
Yeah.
That looks cool as hell.
Bad compared to what? I mean, that's the other question. Bad compared to what? If you're saying this is bad, what? The Captain America
Comparatively
promo art?
to-
Okay, sure, whatever. But
Right.
that's your argument. Oh, okay, that is better than that.
Yeah.
But this is not fucking. Compare this to anything else at Marvel right now. Any other splash page at Marvel right now, I will gladly take this over any of those.
Oh,
Any
any
day.
day.
Well,
Any day.
you could do this with any artist ever. You could, if
Mhm.
you go, I'm going to look at every one of their books and I'm going to nitpick the fucking shit out of everybody's book. Let's go after Jack Kirby. Let's go after it's like, so what? Like, what's your point here? Like, what's your point? What is your goal here? Is it just to say how bad Rob Liefeld is at drawing feet
yes.
or
Yes, it
anatomy?
is.
and it's like,
Yes, that's what
Well,
it sounds
his,
like. Rob Liefeld hates you. Yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
like-
But the title of the video is Did I Find a Good Rob Liefeld Comic? No, I did not. So it was like, oh, maybe he did.
Yeah.
No.
What would have been interesting is, hey, I fucking hate Rob Liefeld with a passion. Here's an example of a book that I actually liked that I didn't realize
Yeah.
Rob Liefeld did the art on. I
Yeah.
noticed this is what makes it a good Rob Liefeld comic. Here we go. I'm going to point out
Yeah.
what I think makes it a good Rob Liefeld book. That's an
Yeah.
interesting story. Not
There you go.
let's shit on Rob Liefeld again. Like,
Well, because there are 1,000 different people doing that same
sure,
thing.
right.
All I say, this is a great fucking splash page, and I guarantee you, if this came out today, this would have sold for at least 10 grand, if not more.
Ooh, yeah, that would be.
Yeah, imagine X-23 opening shot, boom, real Wolverine.
That's probably what this dipshit likes. Yeah.
Who invited you?
Yeah. Well, that's,
I mean,
that's
well,
Wolverine.
he
right?
does say what movie series he likes, and all of us will have a oh moment. So here we go.
Did I find a good Rob Liefeld book? And no, I didn't. As I'll point out, of some things that made me think it was kind of good, and then some other things that I'm like, oh yeah, he's up to his old tricks again. So this cover, I hate when artists do this, the half torn mask of Wolverine on and off. It's just like fucking make a decision. Like
That's
it doesn't
personal
look cool.
preference.
It's not unique. Not-
Personal preference. Yeah.
That's
Dude,
nothing. That's irrelevant.
I actually love when the
It's
when the
battle
face
damage.
mask
It's
is
awesome.
perfect. It's awesome. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
It look like when Daredevil has it, when any one of these guys has the
Yes.
it's like they've just
Spider-Man,
battle
anything.
scars.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, especially Spider-Man, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So like there are some classic photos of heroes with the half face
Yeah.
mask. So
You should have done it to Deadpool.
clever.
well, yeah, if Wolverine
There's your,
is in
there's
fact,
your
yeah, there you go.
suggestion. Hey, it would have been cool to see more battle damage on Deadpool.
Yeah.
And what is he doing to Deadpool downhill here? Is he slashing at him? He looks like he's getting hit, I guess, with the scrunched up egg of a head he has. But I mean, with this direct edition barcode over it, I can't tell. I guess his claws are out there, but it looks like he's punching him. If he slashed it, is there blood or whatever?
And that's a good point. There should be more gore and guts and blood,
Sure.
but maybe they couldn't just due to the
Yeah,
because it's a
it
cover
probably-
and they couldn't.
Tutorial. Yeah.
I'm sure there's some
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I like his hand. That's cool. The anatomy, I mean, there's a bunch of
Yeah.
like bumps and bubbles and muscles that I don't know if those actually exist anywhere. But
They don't, but that's why it's cool.
who cares?
You're like,
He's a superhero. What the fuck do you care?
yeah. I love all those muscles, all the bumps and tumors and back muscles he's got. It looks
Have
great.
you seen like Mr. Olympia? Like all those guys, none of them look exactly alike, you fucking moron. Like look at all of their backs and muscles. They're all different.
I think it kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. I mean, this hand is actually really
That's
effing
good.
good. That's
Yeah,
a
it is.
really good hand. And hands are hard to draw.
Yeah, especially for him when he
his
does
hand
his job.
actually like looks like a fucking hand. This fist right here, I don't know. Like Rob Liefeld always made it.
Oh, we lost the video.
That's weird. There we go. We also lost Kyle because he froze. And that picture that you froze on was beautiful. But
Of course it is.
Look like his fist just like and wrist just came straight out. You know what I mean? Like it's just straight and straight. Like it should be coming in a little bit.
Yeah,
Like the wrist should be shrinking and then bubbling out to the hand.
that's fair.
And then there's this villain back here, no name, boring, uninspired, unoriginal fucking villain that we'll
Oh.
see in here. And as I get going,
Your opinion.
obviously I'm not, Rob Liefeld has been around for so long and he has made a name for himself. He has his followers, he has his fans, and he's made millions of dollars, and that's all good for him. I liken him, like I feel like he was just kind of lightning in a bottle, or he was in the right place at the right time when comics were what they were at the point when he first came along.
No.
Could he get if he came along?
No.
You think that if he came along in like the 80s,
He did come
or
along in the
early 2000s?
Probably, yeah. If his style hadn't appeared, we'll never know. We will not know if it had the same
Yeah.
effect or not. All we know is when he came on the scene right after Hawk and Dove, when he went to Marvel, boom, sales went up dramatically, and he sold books. He moved books. He knew what sold. He knew what the kids were into. His finger was on the pulse, and they sold and he did incredibly well for himself. And yeah, he's a millionaire. Congratulations.
We have,
yeah.
we have talked about how, like, hey, if Daniel Warren Johnson were to come out, as an artist in the 90s, would he be as big as he is today? Because in my opinion, because of the current modern artists, he is like a legendary superstar and made a name for himself very quickly, as opposed to maybe if he came out in the 90s, would he still do as well, right? So it is a good question to ask, but
he honestly, if his style, like I said, his style it would have been like in Mike Mignola, like a very niche style. Like he would have done very well in the indie scene, like in Dark Horse. Probably he would have been probably would have been a Dark Horse with Mike Mignola and John Byrne selling their books. But I don't see him being a mainstream Marvel guy. I could see him maybe doing a cover or two here at Marvel, but like that style, like similar to Mike Mignola, some Marvel books, but mostly indie books.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he's talented and has a unique enough style to where he still would have made a very hot name for himself in the early 90s, I still think.
But we'll never know because we'll
yeah.
never know if the editors would have liked his art style, if Jim Shooter would have hired him or not, or Tom DeFalco. We don't know.
Yeah. That plays a part in it too. Who were the current editors, publishers, who was on staff there at Marvel and DC at the time? So yeah, that's a good point.
Right now, like never before seen, would he be any good? Would people just laugh him out of the building, like, or at the convention? I don't know. It's hard to say. What I don't get, like, I don't get his apologists or people who just like defend his work like it's some godly masterpiece. You can like Rob Liefeld all you want, and there are parts about him that I do like, but you got to like.
I do respect what he says there, because I by no means will ever say that Rob Liefeld is the god of comics, right? Like,
no,
there's some stuff
he has got a very. He's got a Mike. I'll compare it to, like, let's say movies. He's got like a Michael Bay art style, where it's like it's that very big, bombastic. Everything is a.
Sorry, Drew. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
It's everything is like a big, bombastic, explosive art style. It attracts a lot of people. The mass. It's got a mass appeal to it. And like, if you want a very small niche style like this, Numbnuts does, hey, go read whatever the hell you want to go read his Dogman style comics that he probably enjoys. Who the fuck knows?
Speaking of Numbnuts, look at this guy. Man, you really know how to strike a pose there, my friend. Is he gone? Yeah, yeah. You're the star of the show.
I'm fucking frozen. I can't see a goddamn thing.
I made you our cover.
Of course you did. I can't see shit. God, fucking damn it.
MG says, I think DWJ hit at the right time. He built himself up on some books and got some cred, then blew the F up on Transformers and achieved status he wouldn't have gotten at any other time. I think he actually blew up on Beta Ray Bill. I think that was when he really came into the market, where it was like, he is now a creator at Marvel. Because he did Wonder Woman Dead Earth, and it's like, oh, hey, he's at DC. But then they picked him up at Beta Ray Bill, and it's like, damn, this guy's at Marvel now? So, yeah, MG, we'll pull this up when he comes back. So, the next video, oh, really? That's unfortunate. I didn't know that. Kyle, MG says that was the face you made whenever we have to tell you that you overpaid for your Batman foil.
Oh, we'll see who gets the last laugh with that. That's my nest egg.
Nuke Do a Powerbomb was a beautiful book and one of his best. However, I don't think people really knew about his Image comics. People tend to know their creators from Marvel or DC, and I think with Wonder Woman and Beta Ray Bill, that was where people found them. So, but now I was going to say that last guy who's talking about Rob Liefeld, he liked the sequel trilogy. So he likes episode 7, 8, and 9.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what did that have to do with Rob Liefeld?
I don't know, but he mentioned it. I think what he was trying to say is he's like, some people have a taste for Rob Liefeld. I don't. Well, just like some people have a taste for, the prequel trilogy. I don't, but I like the sequel trilogy. Or he said something to that effect. So speaking of the sequel trilogy and Disney Star Wars, we've had a lot of Disney Star Wars apologists. Oh boy, this is what they look like, my friends. This is
Ah!
the face of a Disney Star Wars enjoyer.
Chill.
Well, that's one word for. I was gonna say another word that begins with the letter P, but I won't say it. But
they're
that's
trying
the first thing
yeah.
I thought of when I saw this fucking creep.
No, I agree, and so I go, maybe it's just one weird video, right? Maybe it's just like, oh, the angle on his head, like
Is
the
wrong.
camera is like 80% of the camera view is his room.
Yep.
the other
Barren room,
20%, yeah, his
casting
barren,
couch in the back.
yes. And then, and I go, maybe it's just a one-off. Maybe you just wanted to get this review out of Acolyte episode 3, right? Whatever. But no, all his videos look like this. Look at this. They're all the same thing. And he's got his shirt off in all of them.
Oh,
We're still scrolling. What is this? These are the dark depths of YouTube that I struggle to understand.
if the internet was around, Ted Kaczynski would be this guy.
He has 2.7 thousand videos, 600 subs. Oh, let's read his bio.
Oh, please. Oh my God. Him.
He,
Fuck
him.
off, you piece of shit.
He, him. Milady. He, him.
Where's his top hat
Yeah.
and monocle?
He needs the fedora. One or more weekly review vlogs on a movie and or show leading up to almost any show review. I will do a spoiler ridden video on each episode as soon as I've watched it. Daily shows with 52 plus episodes total or weekly one. Blah, blah, blah. I review current comic book adaptations. Oh, we'll have to watch some of those then. Especially superhero films. Oh, boys, that's right up our alley.
Oh boy.
I wonder what he liked then.
Jesus.
There are directors franchises that I follow, and I do some Disney Plus stuff that looks interesting to me. Otherwise, I rarely review current stuff. I'm a progressive and strongly oppose the anti-woke movement.
Really?
So note so that I guess that tracks. So note that all of my recent videos reflect this. It is vital to me that movies and shows communicate values similar to my own. And when it comes to recent additions to longtime franchises, Star Wars, DC, the MCU, I favor that they explore issues relevant for minority groups, especially young members, he prefers that over maintaining long-term canon or appealing to longtime fans.
How progressive of you.
Drew, I think we could use your "go fuck off" line right now because not you, but when someone openly admits that they are willing to sacrifice legendary creators and lore and fans for the sake of the message, you're not a fan. You're an activist and a tourist. You don't like
fan of yes. You are a fan of the message. You are a fan of progressivism sneaking into pop culture and eliminating that pop culture. To which point there are no fans left. That fan base has been eliminated and wiped clean, except for you and your minority of fans. Congratulations, you just killed a business. You just killed a business. It's jackasses like this who are in fucking charge of a lot of these businesses right now, and they gotta get their shit, get their dick, and get the fuck out of here. It's like,
there you go.
You do not belong here.
It's vital that they share the same values as him, because heaven forbid you get values that are opposing and maybe open your mind since you're so progressive.
Yes, you're so progressive that you're actually close-minded.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's so wonderful.
To only your values.
Yep.
Assholes like this who have no idea how economics work. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out.
Well, this cocksucker will love the new Boys season. I've been watching that piece of shit. Oh my God.
Oh, that is a next level of like wow, they jumped the shark on. Like
They
they
are-
just went full on
Yeah.
Trump derangement syndrome.
Yes,
bro.
they're making fun, literally making fun of anybody that's conservative.
Yes.
They're laughing at you
Yeah.
and shoving it in your fucking face, and you're supposed to be like, "Oh, ha, this is funny."
Yeah. We like the boys because they poke fun at both sides, right, guys?
Yeah.
And it's like,
It's like,
nope.
no.
No. They hate you. They've
They hate
always
you.
hated you.
And
Yeah.
you're stupid, and you're a redneck, and you're white trash, you're
Yep.
inbred. Yes.
And they will choose their values. They will choose the message and all of this opposing the anti-woke. They will choose that over where'd it go?
Over
Long-term canon. Or appealing to long-term fans. F right off with that BS, dude. That is why all of this stuff is down the drain and absolutely dead. Is because of these freaking pedos like this guy.
Yes, he is.
who
He's on a sex offender registry. He has to register anywhere he goes.
check this man's hard drive. Get
Yep.
on there. What is going on?
Yes, he is the guy.
Um,
He would be one of the lack of a better term contestants on To Catch a Predator with Chris Hansen. I guarantee you, he would have been one of
He'd
them.
be like, but Chris Hansen goes, why don't you take a seat for me?
Yeah, have a seat.
Well, I just wanted to get a cookie because we were just gonna eat cookies here.
Well,
Oh, really?
what's
Well, I have
that-
the chat logs here.
He's like, yeah. Why do you have a 6-pack of beer there?
Yeah.
We were, I don't. Why don't you take a seat? I've got the
Yeah.
chat logs here.
I-
Did
And
you
it
say
says,
you
I want
wanted
to, I want to blank you in your blank while I'm blanking my blank and you're blanking my blank. Is that something an adult should say to a
is it-
kid?
Yeah. Is your screen name Big Wiener Guy 69? Well, I mean,
My friend came over and hit my computer.
gosh dang it. This is him. This is him.
Yep.
So yes, no, I think I say one of these nights we need to go through his back catalog of
Oh,
almost
God.
3,000 videos.
Oh man.
Of the same angle with the same shirt off. It's almost disturbing. Like it's not. This is weird, man. Like I don't like the fact that I find these channels during my research.
Yeah, why do you do this to yourself? What's the matter with
I
you?
don't know.
You're probably on some watch list now.
Yeah, exactly, right? Oh no. But yeah, no, we need to find like a video where he talks about one of the things we love. Like, I don't know. Like maybe he liked or maybe something that we hate that he loved. We'll have to review it and see what he says. He did review X-Men 97. I don't know.
Okay.
You guys liked that one, didn't you?
Yeah.
He's probably saying it's not woke enough. You know, there wasn't enough. It's
If you-
Marv isn't blatantly gay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so yeah. Oh, so it was a live stream. That's okay. Okay. So he used to do videos, but now he's doing live streams. Oh my god. His live streams are the exact same thing. Oh, this one's even worse.
Oh, he's on the casting
Whoa.
couch. Oh no! Whoa.
No. Okay, we can't scroll too far. I'm not sure what we're gonna find. Let's see what he says about the Acolyte.
Transmitting. So, welcome
He is
to
shirtless.
my
Oh my
video
God.
on Star Wars: The Acolyte. This is my thoughts on season 1, episode 3, which the episode called Destiny. So, spoilers for everything Star Wars leading up to and including this episode. I absolutely love this episode, and
I can tell.
will not
bet.
be. Let's see. I forget what exactly the rating of this show is, but yeah,
What?
I'm not gonna say something in this that's more intense than what would be on the show. So
What?
I
Well,
just
you
now
have
noticed
trash
the
behind you.
very
have trash
top.
behind you.
Wait, he didn't. He said I won't say the rating. Then what's more intense on the show? Those were just words that didn't make
Yeah.
any sense.
I just now
Is he
noticed
talking
the
about, like-
spoilers at the very top.
Oh yeah, the spoilers! Exclamation!
Yeah.
point. Thank you. Thanks. Yep. So, oh God, oh no, J.K., don't make me think these thoughts. Why doesn't he show his hands? Oh. He's making a difference. Yeah, by ruining franchises, I'd say you are making a difference somehow. Oh gosh.
I know.
How does he have that many views with the number of videos when the individual videos have such low view numbers?
Don't know.
Oh, you mean like the subscriber count? I don't know. That's a good question. Is the second season of House of Dragon more? Oh, I haven't seen House
Hot
of
D?
I'm
No,
not a
the
gamer.
first episode was. I liked it. I
Oh,
love the series. I love
nice.
Hot D, but season 2,
Kyle does love that Hot D.
yeah,
so-
the Hot D.
Yes, he does.
It's a very good show. I really like. I didn't notice. I know there's like less sex in it, I guess, and I don't know if that's woke bullshit or not. I have no idea. I don't really give a shit, but
I'm sure it is.
could be. I don't know, but I'm excited for it. I like the first episode. I thought it was good, so I'm going to keep watching every Sunday.
Hell yeah, that sounds awesome, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, I wish I could get behind a show like that. I'm trying to do that with Buffy. I just haven't found the time to watch the rest of the first season. Nuke says, "Is he friends with Rock and Robbie?" That's a good question.
It could be.
All right.
If
Kyle?
he hasn't streamed with him, I'll be shocked. If these two fucking guys, I think that would, the nexus of the geek sphere would implode if these two
Dude,
guys ever
if
got together.
we got these two meeting of the minds between
Yeah.
those two, oh my
that
god,
is pure magic.
transcendence. Oh
Yeah,
I want to see what that looks like.
Magic.
yeah. that's-
MG says, "Why aren't you guys
magic.
shirtless? We're being scammed while this guy exists." You're not wrong.
yeah, I know.
Well, you know what? In that case,
All right, I'll be out off camera. I'll take my
Alright.
shirt off. Fine.
JK, this is actually a really good point. So, the last video that we were talking about, the Rob Liefeld guy, she
that
says, actually, that makes sense. The sequel trilogy style was very cold and sterile, right? It was very corporatized. It was just like, it was awful.
No vision. There was no unique vision. It was just it's an
Mhm.
amalgamation of like 20 different visions, and it came across as cold, sterile, and stupid.
hmm While Liefeld's strength is dynamic images, the opposite of the flat sequels. Look at
In
that.
a
That's
unique
good
vision.
analyzation.
It was his vision, one person, his art, his storytelling. George Lucas, his storytelling, his vision. It's very unique, a unique style. Whereas the sequel trilogy is just an amalgamation of shit. People who are uncreative jackasses coming together to produce a corporate product instead of
Yep.
entertainment. That's what Rob does.
Yeah.
He produces entertainment, not corporate shit. This guy, this dipshit, loves corporate shit. Clearly.
To be fair, I haven't watched any of his other videos. I just found that one to be
Oh,
particularly.
I know right off the bat. If he's saying this shit about anatomy and Rob Liefeld, he loves corporate shit. I guarantee you, he's loving everything from fucking Marvel Comics and DC right now. One of their fucking
Oof.
paid circus seals.
I would like to see the rest of his channel. I think that'd be interesting. Ah,
Hey, Jesus.
sorry, I pressed the wrong button there. Whew.
Mm.
Well, let's get him off the screen because his. I'm actually getting worried now. I'm starting to
Yeah.
get a sense of dread.
Mm.
Now, I did, speaking of top-down videos and comic book reviews, I did in fact film a video today that may be a review of a little something. Brrr-da-dun.
Ah.
No man, a cold day in hell. Now, gentlemen, shall we review this book? You guys, we want to do the review of this, and then we'll do the review of the modern comics this week that came out this week.
Sure.
Sure.
Boom. All right, let's do it. Well, shall we start with the negatives first? Get those out of the way.
Sure. There are none. Moving on. All right. Now everything's great.
Moving on.
I will say if there's the
Are you
negative,
sure about that?
I'll say it's dialogue heavy. It's very heavy on the caption as dialogue, and a lot of it just it's almost borderline purple, like purplish prose, like Chris Claremont. It's like I really think, from the thing I was told, it maybe shows a nervousness. When you have that much, it shows like a nervousness to really show off, to really show what you're doing when it comes to telling a story. But just let the art tell the story, man. And he does a good job with that, fortunately, later on in the book.
I will agree that there are some heavy moments in terms of the writing, in terms of like, there is a lot of it. However, I actually think that the dialogue was written pretty well. Like the conversations felt smooth. Like it didn't feel like it was like choppy or stilted, like, or like, oh, people wouldn't say it. Like it felt for that era. I think it felt pretty good, but there is a lot of it, which is
heavy. It's just heavy. Yes, it's very heavy.
Yeah. At least it's not Inglorious Rex heavy, because that was too much. Way too much.
And too much of the same dialogue over and over and over again.
Exactly. Where it's like the dialogue in here feels like, oh, hey, I'm understanding the character better. Yeah. Or like I'm starting to understand the story, but like you're coming to conclusions because of the dialogue. So yeah.
And he's not repeating himself in the dialogue. It's great.
Correct. Yeah. Anything else you got, Drew, in terms of negatives? Some cons for the book?
That's it.
Wow, that's it?
Yeah.
Ooh, you guys are going to hate me. All right. Kyle, what you got?
If you bring up the ending and how it just went weird left field, I'm going to hit you.
Bonkers?
Yes.
I do like the ending. So it's not necessarily that, but I want to know your thoughts. What are the negatives about this book? Because it's not a perfect book by any means.
No, but it's pretty fucking close. I mean, I'm struggling to find a lot wrong with it. Like I guess if there was one critique, is that it was long in the sense that I couldn't read it all in one sitting.
Okay.
It did take me 2 days to read this book.
Yeah.
And it's because it was just like, okay, I kind of need to take a break from it. And I need to kind of come back. So if that's a critique, is that, okay, could you have taken 5 pages out of this book? Yeah, maybe. I don't know what. I haven't gone through it that closely and been like, yeah, you don't need this. You don't need this. Get this out of here. Move this faster. But no, from the get-go, I was like, I want to read this book. I am in this world. I want to know more. Like I was just flipping this thing. Right at the beginning. I'm like, this is so fun. The art is perfect. You cannot say anything about the art in this book.
Well, wait. We don't want to get to the pros yet. We're sticking with the negatives first.
So,
but yes, the art is by far the thing that sells this book.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm struggling to find really anything that I'm just like, ugh. Maybe cut 5 pages out of this thing.
Oh man. All right. Well, here we go. Let's burst y'all's bubbles. On this page, no, it's a little bit before here. Hold on. Sorry. Gideon is chewing on something, and I want to make sure that it's not something expensive.
Not Snowman.
He wants your attention.
Yes, he does. It is one of these pages, right? Meow. I think it's this one. Yes. So there's a line that says, "I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man." There is actually a typo, and it says, "Shew thyself a man." SHEW. So just little things like that where it's like, you guys need an editor. Just those little things. I know it's not, it's not criticism towards the story. It's just, here's an editor. Just hire an editor, right?
You're picking nits. All right, that's fine.
But is it important? I think it's important if you want to. I mean,
sure.
But you know what? that critique is so small in comparison to what Air July and all the errors that he has made in those books.
You say a
Oh,
snowman
yeah.
spelled correctly?
Like I said, I'm going to be objective here. So as
Okay.
harsh as I critique
All
Eric,
right,
I'm going to critique.
Okay, one spelling error.
Well,
How many
there's
other
just one
spelling
little
errors
spelling
did you
error.
find? How many?
This
did you
is
find?
my unconscious bias.
Okay.
I think one of the things that should have sold me on the book is I wish that this was a better title. The title is Snowman: A Cold Day in Hell. And that was one of the reasons why I don't think I initially looked into it or bought it, because I was like, it doesn't seem like a snowman. It doesn't seem interesting. And then you read who the villain is and like the backstory of how he came to be. And you're like, that is beyond cool. That is brilliant. That's such a great villain arc. And it's such an enticing story. Why did you label it Snowman? So that's my own, that's a subjective. That's not necessarily objective. That's just a subjective critique that I had about it, where it's like, man, you could have named this something like Righteous Vengeance or like, I don't know, something cool, but Snowman. It just seemed a little like, come on.
Awesome. Yeah.
No. I also wish that we had a little bit more consistency with Sam's diary. So Sam, or is it Sam? Because there are two main characters, Daniel and Sam. Daniel is the Native American and Sam is the white boy. Which, by the way, I'll mention this in the positives. I think their relationship is rock solid. I like the development that the two of them have. But I didn't know that Sam was writing a diary until like halfway through the book. And then we're like, oh, because Daniel goes, you can put that in your diary. And then by the time we get here, oh, wait, now caption boxes are coming up from Sam's diary.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's
wait a
great.
sec,
It's called progression.
No,
Perfect.
I was like, where the fuck is this in the beginning? Why are we not getting his side of the story?
Because he's not there. These aren't him. He's not there for this.
He's there for the beginning. He's there for this. And that was another thing that I was like, okay, so we're getting the introduction to these two guys, starting off strong. We meet our protagonists, and immediately you're like, oh, all right, we're getting visions right now, and some of these visions can be pretty dark. So there's a looming threat. And then we get to these three guys that are on horseback, and they come to this cart, and you're like, who are these guys? What do they want? Boom. We're already then sent to another place. So it's like within 3 to 4 pages, we get the protagonists, we get a random group of like 3 dudes, and then we get the sheriff in the town. And I wish that we spent more time with our 2 protagonists at the beginning, then start to introduce some of these other characters. And then this guy dies. Boom, we're back to Sam and Daniel. And then Sam and Daniel have another exchange. And then boom, we're back to the village again. But there's no concept of going back and forth between the 2 scenes. So I was like, we could have used something to transition us there, or a caption box to tell us back at the village or back at the town, right? Just something to get us there. Because if not, then you're like, okay, we're having a conversation between Sam and Daniel. Oh, wait, where'd they go? Oh, okay, we're back at the sheriff's now. So it's like, okay, I could follow it because I've read comic books before, but for someone else, they might be like super confused. But other than that, I think it's pretty. I mean, I think it's pretty solid. Do I think it's better than Aaron Lopresti's Wraith of God? No, I think they're on par.
Wow.
I know.
Okay.
I know. So those are my critiques. Pros, Drew. What's the best thing about this book?
Honestly, it's. I will say it really does live up to the subtitle "Cold Day in Hell," because a lot of the visuals, the splashes, it is very fucking hellish what has happened to these people. What happens to these people, and it just okay, yeah, we're going there. And Matt does not hold back. And these are the visuals I was hoping Aaron Lopresti would go to with his story with Wraith of God, but he held back. And this is not holding back. This is going full throttle. Like we're talking borderline Faust level of visual, and just minus the penises. And it does not miss out on the gratuitous violence in this. I love it. This is what I love. I love to see that. And Matt is a genius when it comes to this art. I love it.
He really is, man. Do you guys know if this is a continuation from another series?
Yeah, he had his Snowman series from the 90s. He had a Snowman series from the 1990s from Hall of Heroes.
Oh,
yeah.
Maybe
I've got
that's
all those.
why.
I've got them all back here. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
I got the San Diego
so
Comic-Con exclusive. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I got it signed.
Me too.
Wow. All right. Just name dropping. All right. I wouldn't. So it's kind of like how EVS did a continuation from his 90s Cyberfrog.
Yep. What's his name? Did Creed? The Creed.
Trent
What
Kanuga.
the guy's name was Trent Kanuga. Yeah.
Okay. JK, when was the diary supposed to be written? I think he's writing in it that first page. Like when we meet him, he's around the campfire. He's writing in the diary on that first page, if I'm not mistaken. I'll show it here in just a second. I do like the title page. I do like the logo and the layout and everything. But I think here, I'm going to remove your comment. But he's got his diary right there, right by the campfire. So he's writing in it. We just don't see it until, until we get to like halfway through the book. And then I'm like, wait a second, why are we just now being introduced? He offered a remake of the original book in this campaign also.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep. So I'm friends with Andrew Mangum, like I said, and he did one of the covers for Snowman. And Andrew is good friends with Matt Martin, and because he was telling me at Dallas Fan Expo just how much heart and energy, time Matt put into this book, and it shows.
I believe it. Oh, I'd say the last quarter of this book just blows everything out of the water in terms of indie books. I mean, it just crushes it. The colors are beautiful. Absolutely, JK. And that's a good point. I don't know if this violence, if this level of grittiness and detail would fit Lopresti's style.
No, it doesn't. No.
Like this, this isn't, Lopresti is not going to go to that meticulous type of detail or gruesomeness.
I don't want him to. That's not Wraith of God. Wraith of God is not
exactly.
this.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be that. Yeah. So I actually respect both of the art styles and like them for what they are.
All right. Do you want to hear two things that will blow your mind right now?
Give it to me.
I don't even know if you're. I don't even know. I just found this out. I'm glad I'm sitting down right now.
Okay.
I'm glad I'm sitting down right now.
Is this an exclusive? Are we getting exclusive information here?
It might be, and I don't know for how much longer. But so the book you're holding right now is going for $115 right now on eBay.
Wow.
That's the first thing. Wow. Secondly, Matt Martin on eBay has put up a bunch of this original art from this book, and there are between $200 and $400. $200 to $400.
Thanks for a good stream, everybody. Kyle, why didn't you put this in the private chat?
What's his eBay channel? What's his eBay?
It is Matt Martin with the one with 124 in parentheses. MATTMAR. Matt Martin Art. Sorry, Matt Martin Art.
Matt Martin Art. I'm getting hockey players, Kyle. Where is he? Where's the door? Where's the Oh, wow. Wow.
I know. I just broke the fucking internet. I shouldn't have told you.
No,
at
you
all.
should not have.
I'm trying to
wait,
find.
hang.
Damn it, I can't find it. Shit.
Matt Martin art.
Oh,
If you type into eBay, just type in Snowman A Cold Day in Hell. Like you'll pop up. Look, Max is looking at it right now.
Yeah, we got it. I mean, it's here. Wow. Kyle, so which one are you going to get?
Jesus, dude. I have to.
Are you going to
I have
hold
to
back?
look. I have to look.
Are you going to break the bank?
I may have to. When you think about like somebody is selling one of the covers books for $115, and you can get an original
Wait,
art
one of the
page for 200.
For 200.
One of the. What, oh my god.
So full disclosure.
Yeah, they got the one. They got the one, like, the intro art that you showed off. The dream catcher with the skull. Someone's selling. They were selling that.
That's
Yeah.
cool. So full disclosure, Drew actually gave me this book at Dallas Fan Expo. So
Yeah.
do you want this book, Drew, back? Or like I'll send it back to you if you want to sell it.
No, I've got my 24-hour variant. I'm happy with that. So
Okay. All right, cool. But thank you, because I'm gonna keep this. This is part of my collection now. Like, this book is beautiful. It is absolutely worth the $150 if you want to do that. But wow. Yeah, I'm trying to find something here that's like, this is a good page for 300. That's pretty solid.
Yeah, 400. He's got page 19 on there.
That page 19,
page.
dude.
Oh my, there it is. 400.
Here's
Yeah, page
18, and here's 19.
Oh
Oh,
my god, dude.
like, this is insane, man. Yeah, these look great.
I wish if I weren't already buying covers for my books, right now, and investing in boots, I would be investing in this art right now. God damn it.
Yeah. Wow.
I shouldn't have said anything. I should have just fucking be like, oh, here, I got all this original art from Matt Martin. I'm like, what the
Gosh
fuck?
dang it.
Oh yeah, it was on eBay. You didn't know?
No, like, we're gonna look tomorrow, and MG will have bought all of them.
That's why I was like, fucking MG's gonna buy all this shit.
So yeah, if you guys are fans of Matt Martin, here's your chance. Here, let's see. This is cool. Oh, when they bring the cavalry, when they bring the army.
Yeah.
That's a cool page. That looks good. Man, yeah, that detail. That's impressive, dude.
Mm-hmm.
What about this one? Oh, this is when they find the town. Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. 48. All the 400 pages that's where it's at, though, man.
Oh,
Like,
and what's
they
even
are.
cooler, if you go to
Look
Matt
at
Martin's,
that.
besides OA, if you go to his actual eBay page, he's got the original Snowman issues from Hall of Heroes on there too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he does.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. Look at that. Well, boys, I might have to break the bank again tonight.
I don't
You're
blame
welcome. You're welcome.
Of course, Kyle's looking up art while we're doing a live stream.
you.
Well, I gotta be doing something productive here.
Well, your boring ass is talking about the book. Shoot.
I just wanted to see what it was going for, because Ethan has none. He's like, I am only Matt. If you want to get it from Matt, you got to find out a way to get a hold of him to get the book. And I'm like, I'm just curious what they're going for, if Matt was selling any. And
Yeah.
then I went down a glorious rabbit hole. Or
This
glory
is
hole.
quite glorious. Yeah. Yep. Kyle definitely went down the glory hole. That's for
Yes,
sure.
I did.
Wow. All right. We'll have to take a look at this maybe after the show.
Yeah.
So, gentlemen, what else can we say that's good? Kyle, since you've been, since you're, since one hand is under the table right now,
Yeah.
what else would you say that sticks out about this book that you liked that are some positives?
The pacing I thought was, aside from like the kind of lulls there in the middle, I think overall the pacing was fantastic in this. The
Mhm.
paneling so dynamic how he
Yeah.
plays with the action in this. And what you saw as a detriment of the, kind of going back and forth between, protagonists and townspeople with the sheriff, it's like that to me, that's like an old Western. Like when I think of old Westerns, that's what I think of. It's like, let's cut to these characters. Let's cut to these characters like Sergio Leone. Like, let's just open up on some action. Let's just open up on some characters. And you're kind of thrown into this world. Like, that's what I was getting that vibe from with this book.
Okay.
And it flows throughout. And it just felt lived in. Like all of this world, like these characters, they felt like they've been around forever. They've known each other. Like they each have their own voice. Everything here like just kind of meshed, and like I fell into this world, and I'm like, this is a wonderful Western. It is so graphically violent and awesome, and it delivers on every aspect of it, hands down. Like his art storytelling is bar none some of the best.
I do agree that this is a brutal Western, and I do really like the pacing. I would say once we get to, I'd say once we first see this thing, and we figure out what it is that's killing these people, that's when the book picks up and it just grabs you by the throat and doesn't let you go the entire time. Which I really, which I think keeps it high intensity. That, like you said, even during those moments where we spend a little bit more time with the character, or the characters, because there is really good development kind of in the middle of the book when the two, Sam and Daniel, are beginning to speak to each other a little bit more. Because they come across the town and what this, entity, what this evil, what this demon has been doing. And I like, there's so much good that I want to talk about, but I'm trying to do it in order, but I can't because they're all coming into my mind at the same time. How they wrote the villain, I like a lot. Because you first think that he's sympathetic because he's like, oh, well, his family was murdered by white men. So he's naturally going to kill every white man he sees because they raised him from the dead. And now he's back to kill and avenge his family. And then we also find out that he has a tie to the protagonist. But then once you get to the end of the book and Sam starts writing about him and how he is straight a demonic evil presence that will not stop and will only... and that won't die and will only be satisfied until all these white men are dead. It's terrifying, man.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And he can't be stopped. He physically cannot be stopped. He's a really domineering presence. So,
yep.
What is in, I'll ask you guys this. What is in that container box? So this is when Sam and Daniel find the town, and they've just been ravaged, just absolutely dismembered and taken apart. But they find the.
Love that, man. It just there is so many great. I know.
Yeah.
If people are gonna like screenshot us and critique us like, "Dude, don't fucking hate anything," but like, look, I get so enthusiastic by this as a creator myself. I'm gonna be more critiquing Aurelio's art now on Unholy Nightmare and be like, dude, you gotta stick your fucking game up. If Matt Martin's doing this, we gotta make, if we're gonna say our comic book is Unholy Nightmare, it's gotta be a fucking Unholy Nightmare, because what Matt is doing here, it is god tier. It is ridiculous.
Dude,
I
it
love
really is. It is god tier, next level art style, man. It is it's pretty incredible. And this is where we get the villain's kind of backstory, where we find out what has happened to him. But yeah, like I said, I thought at first like, oh, maybe they're going to make him sympathetic, which I wasn't thrilled about. But then once you get to the end, you're like, oh my God, this thing, whatever this thing is, it's evil. It is just pure evil.
It's just like a fucking Terminator. Like it will go through everything and kill everything.
Exactly. This is where we get a lot of the character development.
Yeah, see,
Oh,
this
here we
is
go.
some of the pages. I'm like, okay, maybe we could condense. Like,
Yeah,
this is kind of
'Cause-
where I haven't really seen it enough. I
Yeah,
haven't
right here. That's,
really-
yeah, pages like that. It's like, okay, let's. You don't need
it's a-
that.
Yeah. Well, so I liken it to like, okay, it looks kind of like a Bob Ross painting. You know,
Yeah.
like this
Oh,
is
it's
this is their-
gorgeous. I mean, I could
Oh,
stare
yeah.
at that for days.
it's their Bob Ross moment, and we get a lot. This is where the diary kicks in, like where we see the parchment paper as the caption boxes, and I'm like, okay, now we're kind of getting Sam's take on the situation here, and we're starting to find out Sam is a man of God. Sam's a very religious individual. He's got scripture. He's praying a lot, you know, and he's writing a lot about it in his diary. So we're getting that from this. So we are getting a lot of character work, but it does slow the book down a little bit. Maybe we could have had this at the beginning. I don't know.
Yeah, sprinkled throughout. And it's funny.
Yeah.
When I wrote my script for my story, my first issue, I did this exact same thing. I didn't have that many on a page, but I literally did this exact same thing, and I got rid of every single one of them because I'm like, this is all fucking useless because I want the art to tell the story. So I
I
completely
see.
got rid of
Yeah.
every single journal entry I had. I said, I don't want it. I don't need it.
Interesting. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, so this is what I was going to ask you guys. What the hell is in the in this cart, man? So
Train
you
car?
know
I
the
don't-
train
money?
car?
I assume
What
it's
is
money?
in there? Why is he moving it and protecting it like it's his, you know, his
I
like
guess we don't know. I
birthright?
don't know.
And I wonder if that's part of the story, like if we shouldn't know.
Yeah.
Probably, that's gonna be the great mystery. Yeah, it's literally a mystery box. We don't-
Oh,
Yeah.
no, it physically, yeah, actually legitimately is. This was a great
Those,
page.
all those horses, hand drawn.
Oh, hand-drawn cavalry,
Yeah.
dude. My
Oh.
God.
Well, not just that. I mean, Neil Adams has been on the record saying horses are some of, and a lot of the other artists, like Ethan Van Sciver, R.T. Bear, Graham Nolan, all the others say, drawing a horse is so fucking hard. It is not easy, and to draw that many horses, that beautifully, that clearly, I think honestly, I'll say this page took a while for him to do all those horses correctly.
It's impossible to do horse anatomy correctly. And Kyle and I were actually talking about this with Bisley, is like he does horses like it's just second nature. So it's really tough to get that down, especially if they're in like an awkward pose or something. But moving horses, whew.
At the top of a double page
Yeah.
like that,
Oh my
you chose
God.
to do it at the top. You needed that many. Like you could have easily done that with 3 or 4 horses, a few in the background, like sprinkled them in. You could have got half of the effect, but he's like, no. I want to have all of them coming at you, like you're at the bottom being stampeded, and that's fucking amazing.
I think Kyle, you also mentioned the layouts here and how his use of paneling. I like the fact that he uses snow to differentiate panels because it adds to the frozen tundra effect of like feeling like I'm freezing in this place. I think the characters actually have a moment where they kind of talk. They're like, would you rather be in like the sunny, hot kind of desert, or would you rather be in this like frozen tundra hellhole? And he's like, I'd prefer this any day, right? But yeah, I do like the use of how he uses the snow and the ice to kind of convey that this frozen hellscape. But yeah, man, cool stuff. But I can't figure out see in this top panel, what the F is in that freaking box? What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? Oh, and then it just goes off the rails from here.
Throws a gun in somebody's eye. That's so fucking awesome.
Boom! Look at that. This
Yeah.
is what comics should be: big, explosive, bombastic. You don't see it coming. It should really enthuse you, get a reaction out of you. And almost every fucking page of this book, you get explosion, you get a reaction out of it. It's like you should be.
You're speechless. You're speechless. You can't even.
I'm literally speechless. This is what comic books should be. This is what Marvel and DC should be doing. This is what they would do back in the day. But nope, that's gone. No.
I think when you put out a book like this, where it takes you about a year, maybe sometimes 2 years to get your book out to your crowdfunders, or 3 or 5, you can take the time to do this. I wish that there were a middle ground to where, you could have a deadline for yourself, but still produce the same quality. Because, dude, if we're being real with the quality and the level of detail and the intricacies of how well he does the art and the layouts, this is a Marvel DC. This could compete with Marvel and DC, and I would say it would beat out Marvel and DC what they're currently producing. But like the what he is doing with this book is stunning work. It may be some of the best work of his career.
Yes, it arguably is the best work of his career, and I would say DC was almost doing it at this level when Ethan Van Sciver was on Green Lantern, when they were doing like the Sinestro Corps War, when they were doing the Blackest Night saga. Like, the art was that fucking good. You had him, you had Ivan Reis, you had Phil Jimenez, all these top tier artists kicking ass on the interior art, and Tyler Kirkham back when he still tried, and it was amazing what they were doing on the interior art, and that's all gone. They're all just doing cover work now, and it's great seeing guys like this. Rob Liefeld, I'll say his name again. He has said it before, and it's true. If you're doing interior pages, it's because you love the media. It's because you love comic books. There's something there that has you doing it. And guys like Tyler and others, they've lost that love for comics. They just see it as a paycheck doing the covers, and they don't have the love for doing interiors. And guys like Rob do, guys like Matt Martin do, Ethan Van Sciver do, but
Yeah, and you can't blame him though when your what do you call it? When your page rate is like $60. You know what I mean? When you're working for Marvel or DC and your interior page rate is $60, it's like, oof.
What the fuck happened to the market? What happened to it? What the hell happened?
Oh yeah,
it's just
pathetic, man. So
yeah.
But no, I like this scene is unbeatable. I mean, you've got this villain who you think is finally taken out, and he begins to recreate and reincarnate himself, kind of like a Hellraiser when he's like, he's building his body back up and it's all
Uncle
grotesque.
Frank.
Yeah. But he's doing it with the dead bodies of the civil or with the soldiers. Yeah, and he's doing it with the snow and the sinews of the flesh, and it creates this giant snowman, which then I was like, oh, snowman. Okay, I get it.
And it's cold. It's a cold day in hell.
Oh.
But
dare I say, I think this will go down. I'll say some Transformers books have come close, but some of these pages could go down as the interior pages of the year. Just how well drawn they are.
It's close,
DWJ,
man.
it's close. DWJ is up there. Jorge Corona's even up there. But some of these pages in here, it's like, holy shit! It's insane, the level of craftsmanship in these pages. Just how
and care and passion.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what's great about the story is it's coherent. It's like, I know how things are happening. Granted, like I said, I take issue with how some of the scene changes happened. I wish that there was a little bit better of a flow, but for the most part, I can follow the story.
Yes.
And the dialogue reads well.
It does read well, and it's invigorating, and it's interesting, and it's entertaining throughout. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it kept me on my toes, wondering like, what is this thing, right? What is this entity? What is killing these people? Why is he doing it? Who are Daniel and Sam? How do they know each other? And these aren't things that it's like, oh, Dokuman will explain them in the next issue. It's like, no, these are things that have been set up in the story. Yeah, exactly. That I want to know more about, not because they're posed as questions, but because I'm interested in learning more about the lore, like the deep lore of what's going on in the book. So,
Right.
um,
Subtle and
And
nuanced.
subtle
and
and
so Max, we talked about it briefly, like, just how long it takes to do books. So Matt is already working on issue 2 right now. I heard it from Andrew Mangum.
Ooh.
He's already hard at work on issue 2 right now, working on it. So I'm guaranteeing you, he's learned from issue 1. He's going to have it done and then launch it on Indiegogo. That way, it's like, oh yeah, you guys bitched about not having it for 3 years. Here you go. You guys are going to have it in months now. Probably maybe a month after it's done.
Yeah, that's what EVS said. He's going to wait till it's more done before he does the Kickstarter or Indiegogo for it.
Good on them. Now,
Yeah.
do you think that will make their time frame close? Like, do you think that instead of 3 years before we get the next even campaign, that it'll be like 2 years? Or I don't know.
I think we'll probably have a campaign at the end of the year. I think there'll probably be a campaign in December, if not next year.
Anything else we want to say? I think the last thing I'll say is I love the concept design of the villain. I
Yes.
love the headdress, and how it's almost like a living entity. And I like that he can transform a lot of the ice and snow to, kind of form to his will. I don't know, man. It's a lot of freaking fun. What do you guys? Any last thoughts on this?
I've said everything I need to say.
It is the best crowdfunded book by far.
Wow, it's a bold statement.
Is it though? After looking at this, come on.
Look at
I
that-
love
look at that
Aaron. I love
face.
Aaron.
Yeah.
I've told Aaron. He hasn't responded to me, and I think he's ignored me. But
He's a little-
I don't think he's too
little upset.
happy. But that's fine.
Mhm.
But hey,
I also like, I think the last thing I'll say, because I keep remembering things that I really enjoy about the book. There is a conversation between Daniel and Sam, and they talk about how, the Native Americans have been, ransacked by the white man or whatever. And Daniel, who is the Native American in this story, goes, they were killed by their own people. He goes, who do you think killed the Blackfeet? It was this tribe. Who do you think killed that tribe? This tribe, right? And he goes into this like huge backstory of, he's like, the land is God's and it will always be God's, but man will always be violent. Man will always be at war with themselves. It doesn't matter what the color of your skin is. It doesn't matter what race you are. Men will always try to find ways of killing each other. And that's just the nature of it. And I thought that was a really poignant type of, not subtext, because it's not subtle, right? It is more, trying to discuss the political views or the ideologies of stolen land and the Native American tribes and things like that, and the atrocities of the quote unquote white man. But in this book, it poses it, I think, in a way that's palpable and palatable, to where it's not just like hitting you over the head with it. But it's well, like the dialogue is well done, I thought. Did you guys recognize that portion of the book? I forget which part it's here. Let me see.
I do remember that conversation. I was like, oh, that's interesting. That's a take we don't normally hear.
I know, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter who was there first. The earth belongs to people the way a dog belongs to the fleas on its back. Someday that land will be taken and occupied by yet another people, but the land will never be owned by anyone but the Great Spirit. If the ghost dance is true, if whites will all be killed off because we're evil children of a sea demon, I think, and then Daniel says, you are not the son of an evil spirit, Samuel. And he goes, and you didn't believe in the ghost dance, you believe in Yeshua, the Christ, remember? Then he says, he mixed our beliefs in the old ways with a religion my people don't understand. They go. duh, 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 duh. Oh, I can't wrap my head around it, Daniel. Any of it. What he is, the way those people died, why they died, the brutality is just. And then Daniel says, mutilation puts them at a disadvantage in the next life so they cannot take revenge. Is that how it works? There's no rationalizing the timing of the circumstances of a man's end. It does no good to dwell on it. Do you remember what someone wrote about death? Most of it. And then I think that's kind of when they get into the aspect of, how mankind can just be brutal. Men can be savages and they'll kill for anything. So, hey, what's happening, Roman? Yeah, no, beautiful dialogue. Very well written. I was very surprised at that. Really, truly. So
Me too.
I was gonna say, if there's one thing man's done well since the beginning of time, it's finding new ways to kill each other.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Mhm.
Now, I don't want to kill you guys, but there were a few modern books that we kind of have to talk about.
Oh.
Wow.
Wah, wah, wah. Shall we talk about the controversial Ultimate Spidey?
No, I'm shocked. It has to
Ultimate-
be shrouded in controversy.
Ultimate Spiderman.
Yeah.
Ultimate
Steve
Steve Spearman.
So I've been hearing online a lot that this was the issue. Like, finally, this is the issue. Like, we've been waiting. Finally, this is what Ultimate Spider-Man should be. What are we thinking? Drew? Did it make up for the last 5 issues? Is Marco Cicchetto back? Is Spider-Man saved?
Eh. Look,
Kyle?
it's not
sorry.
bad. It's not great. It's okay. It's not.
Okay.
I don't want to say it's too little, too late, but it's just like I really truly think Jonathan Hickman has no fucking interest in telling an action-based story. He cannot do action. He does not want to do action. He's like Daniel Waters. He does not want to do action. Case in point, Destro. He doesn't know. He can't do it well. Doesn't know how to do it. Doesn't know how to do fight scenes. And I think he just rather just write these two guys playing Johnny Fuck talking to each other on top of a roof. And it's like, it's a comic book, right?
Page, this is a good page.
Yeah, I mean, like one page out of 80 so far. That's not bad.
Get some action here. Look,
Yeah,
Spider-Man
so,
doing Spider-Man things. Look at that.
I guarantee you, this is an editorial mandate. It's like, hey, Jonathan, you need to get to some action here. You got to do something,
Yeah.
please.
What do you guys think about Kingpin's new tattooed look?
So bad.
I hate it.
So
Why did they
stupid.
do the tattoos?
Because it's ultimate, bro.
He would have looked so much better if he didn't have them.
Yeah, if it's just like a huge like Brock Lesnar, Big Show, Andre the Giant looking dude, and just naturally that fucking huge. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he says recently had some work done, undergone some self-improvement. Interesting. Enhancements?
Sure.
Spiritual enhancements? Is it like through Khonshu? Who the hell knows?
Did he go to Gwyneth Paltrow's cult meeting where they smell her vagina candle and he had a spiritual awakening? I don't know.
I only hope.
Okay.
Well, in this universe, by Black Cat, he's doing that for it.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I would go to Felicia Hardy's. I'd go to her.
Yeah.
Don't get Marvel ideas. Don't do that soon.
Yeah, right. So, I mean, that's a good amount of action here.
Stop.
Kyle.
Stop.
Kyle.
Stop.
What'd you think about the book? What'd you think about this book?
Typical. Like,
oof.
This is typical. This is what you've gotten in every issue. It still is boring. It's not what we wanted. You're not telling a Spider-Man story because he just now is named Spider-Man. He just got his his name in this
What-
issue.
Wait a second. You're telling me that the issue that they were in the bar and they were just talking at the bar, that issue is the same stuff as what we got in this issue?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, no.
I would
no,
have
no,
taken
no,
another
no.
bathhouse scene with J. Jonah Jameson
Wow.
and Ben Parker and Dr. Fauci, all of them in a bathhouse, talking about how we need to start our own business or whatever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I will say it is better than Ultimate X-Men. I will say that.
That's the lowest bar at Marvel right now.
Exactly. No, it's the highest. It's Peter Momoko. You shut your mouth.
Momoko.
Momoko. What a Peter Moromoko. Oh, Moromoko.
Ultimate X-Menaru.
Oh, you don't
With
like
a
an
peach-
X-Men. Eat a Chinese dumpling. Oh,
And canceled.
Yep.
Wow. So low. I guess we can do our.
I mean, come on now. It's not what you
It
wanted.
didn't. Okay,
No,
it didn't suck. It was better than it sucked.
No, it sucked. This is what you wanted out of an Ultimate Spider-Man book?
It's better than the previous 5 issues.
You Does that
I
make
d-
it good? No, it does
what-
not. Again,
it does not.
low bar.
What I don't like is how nonchalant Mary Jane is. Just like, you're a superhero, and he's like, yeah, I'm Spider-Man, and she's like, oh, well, that's cute. I just want to see your outfit, and I'm like, no. That's a big deal. I'm sorry, but Mary Jane.
Your
would not be
husband
just like,
is dressing up as a vigilante. He is breaking the
Yes.
fucking law. Dressing up as
he
a
has
vigilante.
powers. Yeah.
Yes. He's getting his ass kicked. He could fucking die. And you're like, yeah, I guess it's kind of cute.
You
What
have
the
2
fuck is
kids
wrong
to
with
think
you?
about. Like anybody can come in here now. It's like you have 2 kids.
He's like, so I guess you're kind of mad at me, huh? And she's like,
I would have.
I'm not
I would have
mad.
expected a slap right, like a big old slap right across the face.
Yes. Her
That's what
her
should happen.
reaction
Yeah.
should be, you just put our entire family at risk.
Yes.
You just sacrificed, or potentially have sacrificed, the goodwill of our family because you're running around in pajama pants or whatever.
For what?
No.
What's purpose are you going out there?
Exactly. What's
It
his?
clearly is not.
did he-
Yeah. There's no great power, great responsibility shit. None of that. It's
Yeah.
just like
Right? Yeah.
There's no moment where he loses Uncle Ben, right?
Yeah.
There's no motivating thing that happens to where he's like, I have to be Spider-Man now.
no. He's just looking like he's got pink eye right now, talking to Mary. Jane.
Yeah.
He's just
Well,
so
so-
many more questions.
Like,
You definitely would have after that fight.
oh, yeah. I if this banter between the two of them was in a different comic, I would have loved it, because I think the banter is smart, like, I think it's fun and cute, and I think they have like good rapport between the two. I think they have a good, it's totes adorbs, sure. But at this point in time, no, she should be furious with him.
You would think.
But hey, we got some action, and Marco Cicchetto's back. It's more than we got on issue 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. So
I still don't know what to make of the Green Goblin thing. I really don't know what to make of this. How I should feel.
yeah.
I don't like it.
It's different, that's for sure. It's different.
But not different enough. Like again, this is the Ultimate Universe. Things are supposed to be. It's like you didn't change things enough to make it even remotely interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not. No
It's just
twist
key
or-
dangling. It's like, hey, we got
Yeah.
Peter and Mary Jane married with kids. There you go. It's like,
Yep.
okay, let's get a little bit more out of that.
Yeah.
Ooh, almost 100%. Oh my god.
Shocking.
So Drew Drizzleberry Pop Tart, are we going to give this a recommend, a skip it, or a meh?
I'm giving it a meh. It just,
All right. Hey, I'm with you. You know what? I'm with you. Kyle,
You already know.
you cannot skip this book. You can't.
You can, because now that he's Spider-Man at the end of this issue, now you can pick up issue 7 where we actually have Spider-Man.
Well, no, I'm saying if you are going to pick up an Ultimate Spider-Man book, I would say skip 1 through 5 and just pick up this one.
Oh, actually, can you see if Marco's on the issue 7? Can you look ahead to see if Marco's on issue? I'm
Sure.
very, very curious.
Let us see.
Okay, he is. All right. I was so thinking, like, I was thinking, you can't even get 2 fucking issues in a row out of them.
Oh, how pathetic would that be,
Cover
man?
sucks.
Yeah, I do not like this at all.
That sucks.
This is terrible.
I hate it.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, all of these covers are just kind of
A lot
okay,
of white space you're not utilizing.
Yeah.
Cover.
but it's part of the brand logo. Ultimates. See, it's the Ultimate line.
Uh-huh.
It's
Definitely Ultimate.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna give this a meh.
Of course you would.
It's like I do not have a font, like I do not care about the Ultimate Universe right now at current 2024 Marvel. But if you are a Spider-Man fan and you want one of the issues from the Ultimate line, pick up issue 6. You don't need 1 through 5 at all. So, and you can pick up this one and be right in the action. So, meh. Meh. Meh.
Meh.
Do we want to do Destro?
Yeah, we
You
kind
know,
of have to.
yeah, let's do this. Yeah.
Jack says, I'd like to point out that the anatomy is actually in fact correct. Thank you, Jack. Actually, Marco Cicchetto does do a really good job of like beautiful anatomy. So
I would say it's a very beautiful style.
Yeah, it is. I mean, he's the Italian stallion of Marvel and DC Comics. So. All right, gentlemen. I don't feel a certain way either way about this book. I could have taken it or left it. I'm pretty indifferent. Drew, what'd you think about Destro issue number 1?
I'm the same way. I was very concerned about this initially, and my concerns were shown to be true. Because look, Dan Watters is a very good storyteller. He's a very unique storyteller. And when I found out he was doing Destro, I'm like, okay, clearly this is not going to be a fun action-based book because Dan Watters does not do action. He cannot do action. He's a Rom V approach, a very long, drawn out, people talking at great lengths, whether you want them to or not, and action happening in the background. Like, I know if you have a character like Destro, there's not going to be much action. It's going to be like more like a guy who's the guy who's playing both sides of the chessboard. He's manufacturing things, manufacturing conflicts on his own. It's like, okay, that's great. That's a fun concept. But I would expect this title like this. What happens in this out of IDW? This is an IDW book of G.I. Joe right here.
Okay.
The art,
yeah.
the art. Not just that, the art in this is fucking terrible. I hate the art in this.
Oh, you didn't like it? Wow.
No, I hate, especially the last page. The last page is fucking stupid. That last page, I'm like,
wow.
what the fuck is this reaction supposed to be? I don't know, but this was a disappointing book. I think right now the 2 disappointing books so far have been Scarlet and Destro. I see what Dan Watters is trying to do here in the book, but it's not going to have the broad mass appeal like the other titles have with the Energon universe.
Yeah, well, that's the thing though, right? Is like we've now had Scarlet and now Destro coming off the heels of Duke and Cobra Commander, dude, it's like you can't take this big of a step down, right? Let's see what our man MG has to say about this. But yeah, do you guys think that, I don't know, Kyle, is this like, are they now 0 for 2 with the new titles with Scarlet and Destro? Like, because with Duke and Cobra Commander, those were 8 out of 10 comics, right? Those were good, solid books. But I don't think Destro or Scarlet hit as even nearly as hard.
Yeah, I mean the highs were so high with those series. And coming in with Scarlet and then this, it's obviously more than likely going to be lesser than. And with with this fucking book, it felt like I was reading 70 pages by the end of this fucking thing. I was so exhausted reading this fucking book. Like it got to the end where like I don't give a shit anymore. I really don't give a fuck anymore. Like what's going on? You need to cut out 30 pages of this book. Like, because what the fuck? Okay, it's like going on and on and on and on and on about I got to travel to this. I got to go here. I got to do this, that, and the other. There's a coup here. I'm taking this over. We're going to do that. It's like,
I'm going to put this guy in play, but I'm really going to have someone else behind him that, who's going to be putting him in play.
Yeah.
Putting someone else in play. Just
double crosses and triple crosses. And it's like, oh, God, no.
There was no focus. It was very disorienting. Yeah.
Well, let's read MG here and see if you guys agree with this. Okay. Destro speaks like a robot. He comes out of this issue looking like an unprepared goon instead of somebody who is an arms-dealing genius who plays all sides, not somebody Cobra Commander has to ally himself with to take over the world. The writing is pretty bad overall. He uses untested arms to start a coup and bring attention to himself. He would test his weapons in combat, making sure nobody knew it was him until they were perfect. Oh, wow. See, yeah, this is all stuff I don't know anything about, MG. So, like, that's why for me, I look at this book and I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know the context of the character, right? So I can't really say whether or not these actions would require him to do that. So,
yeah.
Okay. So the character of Destro, I mean, he just like it shows in the film, he comes from a Scottish family where they were playing both sides of the chessboard. They were the arms manufacturer, weaponizing both sides of a war, not choosing a side. And with this, it's like but it's like if you're going to manufacture a coup, you're not going to make yourself known about it. You're not going to make it known that it was you.
Yeah.
It's like, why would you do that? And it doesn't make sense for the character of Destro to do that. And especially to tick off Cobra Commander. It's like, why would you do that? No.
Yeah, because I didn't know that him and Cobra Commander, I didn't know what his relationship was with Cobra.
Well, so Destro, he weaponizes. He gives the weapons to Cobra Commander. He creates all of the weapons and everything. His company is Mars. Mars is his company, and that's where Cobra Commander gets a lot of his weapons from. Yeah.
And there you have it. I do think that, I agree that the I like this point. Just bruh. Not only did Destro throw an open weapons fair, he got attacked by unknown based on the art, the same soldiers he has. Forces unprepared and uninformed. Correct. Yeah. That is a huge plot point that I was like, huh? So
what?
Ooh, this is a good question. Does the weapons fair beat out White Widow's farmer's market?
Nothing does.
Yeah.
Nothing can prepare you for White Widow's farmer's market.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is with Destro, he is so powerful. Money wise and weapons creating wise, he doesn't need to do a fucking weapons fair. There's no need for him to do that.
And I see. Then that's something I would have liked to have known going into this, because like I said, I don't really know much about him. But I do think it's interesting because I was confused here. So these are his robots, right? This is a Destro robot.
You see how this should have ended is the reveal, like these decides finding out at the very end of the first issue. Maybe it's like, wait a minute, it's finding maybe that Destro may have been behind it, showing how careful and strategic Destro was in this, that no one knew he did this, but he blatantly showed he didn't. Like, why would you do that? It doesn't make sense.
Well, when I got to this page, I'm looking at these things, right? These
Toys.
Other robots or
Yeah, the
toys,
McDonald's toys.
Yeah, there you go. And I'm like, wait, are these the same guys? But just in like red and yellow?
It's him. Yep.
Sure.
It's Mars Weapons. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think the art is as bad as.
I hate that face. I hate that fucking face. It's like, what's it supposed to be? What's it supposed to be? Is he curious? Is he pissed off? I don't know. I hate it.
He looks happy.
Well, 0 for 2, I guess, at this point with Skybound. Not looking too good. Not looking too
stumbled
good.
out of the gates on these.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure Pop and Polly thought it was the greatest book ever written.
Ooh, maybe we should watch a little bit of that.
It's tight.
CC gives Destro new technology to build weapons with elements that don't exist on Earth, so he throws a weapons fair. Oh my god, yeah. The art could have been better. I think so. But I mean, I did actually like the page where they're dropping down from the sky. I like this a lot.
Yeah.
This looks great.
That's cool, yeah.
Yeah.
One page out of 40 or 30, however many this was. Yeah.
It felt like 80.
Because then when you get to this was cool too. I like this.
Yes,
this cut out that scene though.
No, this is how the book should have opened. The book should have opened with him in the Scottish Highlands, right here, showing the lore.
Yeah, I like how
explaining
he's like
the history.
Yeah, talking to his ancestors. I thought that was cool. But yeah, look at this face, like, and this figure and this body shape. This is supposed to be a man.
Well, for a second, I thought I thought it cut to her and then to her standing right there. I'm like,
yes,
me
too.
That's the same chick. I'm like, that's weird.
Yeah, because it goes from this page to this one, and I go, wait, he's got boobs and like cocked hips.
Weird.
And
I'm
the
like,
long
no, it's
hair.
that same dude from earlier.
I'm like, oh no, it's the son.
Yeah.
And this is a really bad side profile. I mean, that's heinous.
Yeah, I didn't read any of this. By the time it got here, I was like, don't care.
You're like, I'm done.
Like, I'm done. I'm just gonna scroll through and be like, all right, don't care.
Oh, well. Drew, skip it. Meh.
I'm gonna say skip it.
Wow. All right. Skip it.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
Kyle, skip it.
Oh, yes, 100% skip this book.
Wow. Because I was going to give it a meh. I don't know any better. I don't know who Destro is. I don't know, like this was just kind of, I said,
you don't have to. Do you care to know about the character after reading this book?
I do actually. I think that
this book,
I think that if he were well written in the G.I. Joe universe, I think he actually plays a really cool part that I don't necessarily know about. But in this book, they don't do him the justice. So I would probably say this is probably not the best introduction to him. Because me as a guy who doesn't know anything about Destro, I should probably be like, I want to know everything about this guy. But now I'm just kind of like, oh, he might be kind of cool. So yeah, I would give it a meh, but 2 against 1. So we're gonna skip it.
Come on, everybody, skip it.
Yeah, I think if you have a way to introduce, just like Cobra Commander series, like you don't know who Cobra Commander is, read that first issue, you're gonna be like, "Oh wow, I got to know more about
Yeah.
this book." Like, fuck this character. I don't give a shit.
Right. Right. But like same thing with Duke. I was like, man, I don't know who this guy is. And same, yeah. And then when Rock and Roll shows up in the Duke comic, I'm just like, I want to know everything about these guys. This is so much fun. Same thing with Transformers. Who are all these? Like, who's Cliff Jumper? I want to know more about him. Like, tell me more about these, robots. They have better character development than half of these comic books. So,
Yep.
all right, so our last one that we'll do tonight, just for the sake of time, because I don't want to, we'll probably end here in about 10 minutes or so. Amazing Steve Spiderman. Boy, was this a skip it this week. Art, still great. I still really enjoy the art.
It's great, but it doesn't look like Ed. It is so kind of jarring because I think that Ed McGuinness split duties on the art with this. Did he do some pages or not all of them? Because
that's a good question. I don't know.
Because there are pages where it looks like he didn't do all the pages, unless Todd Nauck. Okay, it was Todd and Ed.
Todd and Ed. Okay, that's what did it then. Yeah.
It's very inconsistent.
Ooh, people gave it a 62. Oof.
For Spider-Man book? Whoa.
Yeah.
And that sentence says it all. Nothing is okay.
Because look at who you get. Oh, Miss
Hero.
Marvel.
No,
a true hero.
Real American hero.
Yep.
Kamala Khan.
You get Kamala Khan.
Saving the day, eh?
Yeah, you get Kamala Khan who saves the day. You get Spider Goblin. Spider. What did they call it, Drew? Doesn't he have a name? Green Spider.
Spider.
Yes, that one. Yep.
Spider Guy.
But the best character of all.
God damn.
Yay, Wreck-Rap. Everyone loves Wreck-Rap.
Because he's retarded. I like him.
Oh, man. He reminds me of me.
Yep. The big fat retard. That's me.
Oh, no. You had like some of the most unlikable characters in this issue, man. So it was not good.
All our fan favorites.
But like I said, this art, look at how fun that Spider-Man is.
Sure.
Yep.
With all the webs shooting and the webs are actually creating the panels. I love it.
Yeah,
sure.
Storbs.
What's he doing now? Was that a Spear of Destiny? What's that?
Yeah.
Oh, no. The best part of this is how easily Peter is transformed back to regular Peter from the Spider Goblin Spider. It's like, wait, that was it? That was fucking it? Just a panel? It's like, oh, gee, what happened to me? It's like, what? No, shouldn't it? God damn it.
Yeah.
Wait, so we're not going to go over Wonder Woman? I tried to read this piece of shit, and we're not going to go over it?
Dude, I couldn't even finish it.
You don't want to go over this comedy gold? The comedy is so fucking funny in this book.
How can we go over something that I physically couldn't even finish because I just...
They got a fucking 93.
Of course it did.
Oh my God.
This is how to write comedy, folks. This book here. It's
look at all these comments, man. God, what are people talking about? There's nothing to talk about here. Last one was 86. The last one was an awful, awful book. What was the one? I think this was the housewife one. What did that get? 92. Okay. So yeah, they're low 90s, high 80s. Oh well. I mean, what do you even say? What do we say about this book that hasn't been said already that just does not make me infuriated by?
Look, I've said it 1,000 times. Writing comedy is hard. One of the hardest things is comedy. Tom King is a fucking retard. He does not know how to write, let alone write comedy. And the fact that he thinks he does in this fucking book, I was flabbergasted that this actually got put out by DC Comics.
There is a running joke throughout this entire issue that the three girls can't find, nor can they start the invisible jet.
Yep.
And it goes on and
Go the whole damn
on
book. That is the
and
joke through the whole book.
on. That is just the reoccurring joke that, Wonder Woman's fighting Cheetah, and then the girls, I can't find the button. Where's the button? Oh, the eject button. Oops.
Does she fly? I hope so.
They fly now. She
They fly
flies
now?
now.
She
They
flies
fly
now.
now. She flies now. And then the other blunder woman goes, I don't want to be the one to press the button next. Ba-dun-dun.
Hysterical. He gets it. He gets humor.
Oh man. Don't you guys love this one too? She bonks her head. Doy.
Oh, so she says, well, what do you think she says here? Because it's brought up later
This-
down here. What
This
the fuck
was my
is this?
exact question. So when I hit my head on something, or like when I stub my toe, I'm like, oh motherfucker, shit. Oh.
Yeah.
But then Latina Wonder Woman says, why do you have to have only a little blank? A big blank can be quite enjoyable, I think. Is she saying dick?
I don't know.
Badge?
Like, yeah, it says, but I've learned that sometimes you just have to have a little, like, fuck,
Ass?
shit, ass,
Fuck?
bitch,
Balls?
like,
What if she said, oh, maybe balls?
balls. You have to have
Taint?
little balls.
Why do you have to have only a little balls? A big balls can no, that doesn't work, right? No.
That sounds like Tom King's writing.
It does. Do you want me to step on your balls, Tom King?
Yeah.
Is that what you want?
Have a big shit. Have a big shit. Maybe only have a little shit. Big shit can be quite
Yeah.
enjoyable.
Yeah, maybe it's shit.
Horror.
I
cunt?
genuinely don't know what
I think
it
it's
is.
cunt. That's what it is.
Why do you have to have only a little? What? No, Yara Floor. She's like, why am I only a little bit of a cunt? I can be quite a big cunt.
See? It can be quite enjoyable.
Oh no. But no, yeah, that's funny that you bring this up because I myself had the same exact question. What is here? She boinks her head and goes, oh, dick.
Yeah.
And she goes, why do you have to have only a little dick? A big dick can be quite enjoyable.
That's
That's what I
Trust me, I spent 10 minutes trying to figure out what that word is. And I'm like, I'm spending way too much time on this fucking book.
exactly.
And that is exactly what Tom King wants from you. He wants you to be examining that page over and over again until the end of time, what it could be.
Yep.
Because it's just
That funny.
hilarious. Yeah. Hilarious. Meanwhile, on Boring Island, Wonder Woman is fighting Cheetah.
Now this is a real fight here. The Ultimate Spider-Man could take a thing or two.
Oh my
this.
god. I just love how oh god, no, not this again. Not this again. I love how they're fighting and Cheetah's like, I hate you. I want to kill you and you're the worst, you're my enemy. And Wonder Woman just keeps saying, no, I love you and you'll never be my villain because
that's how these fights
have
always
hope for
fucking
you.
end. They
and
always
I
fucking end
love
this way.
you because you're
Every-
another strong woman.
Every fucking time these fights, it always ends with, I love you. Oh, okay. I'll stop
You-
now. It just,
Cheetah, you never made me angry, only sad. I was only sad for you.
Let's
every
make out.
fucking time. Yeah. Every fucking time. I would have laughed. I would have enjoyed that if she said that had happened. I'd be like, okay, hey, Tom was funny. That's good.
Yep.
That's good funny.
Yeah.
And then yeah.
God.
I know you can hear me, Diana. Now join me or join the fire. Your choice.
like, whoa.
You would cook me. You who have always loved your meat raw. Which one was? You make me think of. Or no, is it this one? No more of your cleverness. Why are you here? The same reason you are. I was captured. Where's the? Oh my god. There's so much like
damn it.
trauma. Tom King
No.
loves dealing his characters
So
like just
fucking
Oh,
stupid.
shit.
She's like, I'm sorry. You knew
Oh.
I was taken. You let me capture you and endured their torture to free me. They understand you, what you might do to them. They knew you'd be a challenge. I knew you'd be angry. I spent so much of my life hating you and the rest loving you. Villains cannot be villains anymore. They have to love everyone. It's all love. Yes, it's the same with me. And you know what that makes us? I do.
Lovers.
We're friendsies now. Oh, we're scissor sisters.
Yeah. We're acolytes. Yeah.
God. He cannot write a superhero.
What?
He can't even write
can't
just
write
regular characters.
You can't write women.
Yeah. Can't write comedy, can't write women, can't write superheroes.
He's the worst, man. He's the worst
It's like
writer right now.
he's good at writing 5-year-olds with Down syndrome. I'll say that. He's good at writing. Yes. That's what these characters are.
It's my target demographic.
Yeah, it pretty much is. I'm sure Pop and Polly thought this was this. If Destro was his pick of the week, it'll be this fucking book.
Gosh, dang it.
Or some other jack off image book or some other indie title that he wants the artist on his fucking stream and talk about how great he is.
I tried typing in pop culture philosophers, but I typed in Pop and Polly and nothing came up. And I was like, why is it not? And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Because in my head, it's just always Pop and Polly now.
Yeah.
So. Well, let's see what he did pick. Oh, hold on. I have to share the audio.
Yes, please.
Have hit 20,000 subscribers here on the channel.
Hey.
We are having a giveaway right now.
Well, hey, you know what? As much as we give him a hard time, congratulations. Like 20K, that is massive, dude. That's honestly pretty cool. So
We're
Well,
gonna
real
beat
quick,
you.
it's like I was gonna say, Max, we're so close to what, 7? We're getting close.
yeah,
to
we're almost to
7K
7.
subs.
Yeah, we're almost 7.
Yeah.
But I mean, his videos get a ton more traction. Like he gets a lot of views on his videos, and that's fair. But we'll get there. It's all
We
good.
He
will.
gets the
Trust
clap.
me,
He gets the clapping seals. Those are the ones he gets. He gets the clapping seals.
And there's a lot more of them than there are of us. And
Yeah.
that's okay.
100%.
I'd prefer our reviews 1,000 days out of the week, any day. But hey, 20K, nothing to scoff at. Congrats. So let's see what he's giving away.
We're going to be giving away a PCP mystery box filled with goodies,
damn it.
comics, movies,
A mystery
toys,
box?
pretty much
Jesus
everything that we
Christ.
talk about here.
Oh, Jar Jar Abrams loves mystery boxes.
I was gonna say, was this 2010? Is this what one that one?
Loot box.
Is it a
Loot crate.
fucking loot crate? Yeah,
Loot crate,
Loot
nerd
crate.
box. Yeah.
Jesus
It's gonna be his Amazon birthday wish list shit. He's gonna throw
Let's
in that mystery
go.
box.
Yeah, hell yeah.
With some batteries, and you
You're
want a fucking movie that you don't like?
Size 42 tidy whites? What the hell?
Yeah.
Horror movies and batteries.
Flop
Channel
picks.
is going to be represented in some form or fashion. Now, some of the stuff that you can expect in this mystery box will include the trade paperback for Spider-Man Reign. It's got a sequel coming out. The original is top notch. I just recently reread it. We talked a little bit
No,
about
thanks.
it on Rock and Robbie Live. That's going to be part of the package, as well as every single issue of Avengers Twilight,
no
which might
thanks.
be
Guys, Poggers, Avengers Twilight, favorite series so far in 2024.
definitely so far the best Marvel book, not only of 2024, but in years. All 6 issues of
In
Avengers.
Years?
What?
In
Years?
years. Hang on a second.
Years.
I would even say Venom Lethal Protector 2 was better than this.
Yes.
It absolutely was. Yeah,
With Fareed
Beta Ray
Karami
Bill
on art.
was better than this.
Oh, Beta Ray Bill far surpasses. I mean, Beta Ray Bill's in a different atmosphere,
Yeah.
stratosphere. Years.
He's smoking crack.
Oof.
Piece. He just wants to dump this shit off on somebody.
He's like,
Yeah.
I don't want it anymore. I have way too
Yeah.
many copies of this.
Yep.
Sounds like a certain
Wow.
store we know. How about that? Jeez.
Yep.
All right. All right.
Avengers Twilight right there, and this Hulk Grand Design, a
That is
regular
good.
size trade
Okay.
paperback from
That's
Jim
cool.
Rugg,
That's
and it's
good.
even going to include a book plate. That's what they're called, a book plate signed by
No,
creator
no, that's
Jim
a
Rugg.
Doku Man card, you dumbass.
Oh, whoa. Actually, that is pretty cool. Signed by Jim Rugg and in the
Well,
whole Grand Designs.
Little fun fact. They were giving those out for free by the boatload at at the retailer summit at Comic
Oh
Con.
yeah,
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, then
There's a-
there you
yeah.
go. Yeah. All right, let's play some more.
So all that and more, all you got to do to enter to
and more.
win, and in the US only,
And
is
more.
comment on this video. Comment on this video. And in fact, if you want some extra opportunities to win, comment on every video that we released this week, starting with Sunday night's Rock and Robbie Live and all the way through Saturday's weekly pop culture wrap up. You have a new chance to win every single video as long as you drop a comment. And we're talking about PCP movie night. We're talking about the top down, bottoms up. We're about to drop on Iron Man #1 from Heroes Reborn. Talking about the Youngblood #1 video, the In a Violent Nature movie review. Every video we release this week, comment on it. It will give you another chance to win. We will announce the winner Sunday night on Rock and Robbie Live. All right, now it's time to get into the comic book review with the pick of the week, because we always start with the pick of the week. And
Pick of the
this
week.
week's pick of the week, Destro issue number
Well,
1.
Yay.
Skybound wins again.
Subtlety and nuance here in this issue.
Poignant and nuanced.
Poignant and nuance.
Subtle and nuanced. Oh boy, let's see what he says.
From Image Comics, Skybound Entertainment, and the Energon universe. This is the next step in the road to G.I. Joe, right? So we had the Cobra Commander series, we had the Duke series, now we've just gotten Scarlet issue number 1, and now Destro issue number 1. And holy cow, this might be my favorite so far. I love the character of Destro.
Whoa.
Hang on a second. Wait,
What?
he
Just
didn't mean.
compare this to everything from Skybound?
Yeah,
Oh
I
my-
need to play that back. He
Play that
didn't
back.
say.
Oh
He
my
didn't just
God.
say. He didn't just compare this to Transformers Duke and Cobra, right?
It made it sound like he did.
Yeah.
And this is his
Yeah.
favorite thus far.
Wait a second. Hang on a second.
Ooh.
I'm gonna need I'm gonna need a drink if that's the case. If
Yeah.
he just compared this to
I'm leaving.
those-
If that's the thing.
yeah, no, wow.
We had the Cobra Commander series, we had the Duke series, now we've just gotten Scarlet issue number 1, and now Destro issue number 1. And holy cow, this might be my favorite so far. I love the character of Destro, but I
What-
also really love the work of Dan Waters.
So I think he just compared all of
Oh.
those.
My God.
I think he just said this was his favorite out of the titles that they've given.
Wow.
I can't wait to hear why.
That's the worst take I think we've seen yet.
And he's had a lot, but yeah, this wow.
He almost chose Wonder Woman issue 9 as his pick of the week, and I still think this may be a worse take.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Guys, we just must have missed the poignancy and the nuance in Destro number 1.
Clearly, I want to hear what I missed in this 900-page book of Destro that I apparently didn't read close enough.
Wow. All right, let's see why.
Dan Waters is the writer here, and even mentions in a little bit of an essay at the back that he didn't grow up with G.I. Joe, but once he did a little bit of research into who Destro is, he thought this was the character for him to write, and he's having so much fun writing them, and you can definitely pick it up here in the pages of Destro. This is a nice follow-up to Cobra Commander. We get to follow in on Destro, who he is, his background, how he operates, and we also...
Not
Did
really.
we really get his
Not
background?
really. No.
In a page. In a fucking page. That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really get like a background from him. Like I kind of know what his relationship is with Cobra Commander, but even still,
what would have been cooler, this whole first issue, is showing through his family lineage how they're all fucking killed for being recognized for playing both sides of the chessboard. How each person in the family line was fucking killed, and we're finally led up to Destro. What's he going to do differently this time?
Yeah, that could have been interesting. There are a lot of different things that could have happened with this book, but none of them actually came to fruition. So
No.
MG might be having a heart attack right now. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But
also get introduced to so many other characters in the G.I. Joe world. In Destro's corner of that world in particular, I had so much fun with it. It had this great sense of fun. It had this sense of...
Did you guys have fun?
No.
No.
The opposite of fun.
This was a chore.
Kyle couldn't even finish it.
This was an absolute chore. This should have been fun. It was a chore.
Oof.
Danger and Menace, and it just freaking rocked. The artwork by Andre Brisson is really freaking cool, but you see Destro doing what Destro does, which is a lot of evil, nasty things, all to turn a profit. You got a little bit of Cobra Commander in there and even more surprises. I had a lot of fun with this. I know that y'all know that I am loving the Energon universe, but seriously, even if you're not a Joe head, but you love Dan Waters and you like good, solid comics, check out Destro #1. It might work for you. This book was phenomenal. Then we've got Misery.
Wow. There you guys have it. There you guys have it. The pick of the week.
Pick of the week.
Pick of the week.
Wow.
I'm not trying to shill for them. Please love me and send me stuff.
No, Kyle. He's going to send you stuff. He's going to send you that loot box of all that.
Yeah, a
Avengers
bunch of
stuff.
garbage he has around. Yeah. I'm doing you the favor.
If you think Destro is dumber than you, this is great. Says MJ.
Yeah, it's like he is. If you want to talk about the dumbest arms dealer on the planet, yeah, that's how Dan Waters wrote him.
That makes sense. Why Pop and Polly
What
thinks it's great.
what the fuck is Destro doing on the battlefield? He is not a battlefield. He does not belong in the fucking battlefield. Why is he there? It does not make any goddamn sense. None.
He got lost.
Period.
He's lost. He got lost.
I don't know. What's a G.I. Joe?
I don't know.
Soldier.
What's a Destro? I don't know who these people are. I'm confused.
God.
All right. Well, do we dare see what he says about Wonder Woman?
Well, we have to. He is probably
We
on his
got to
knees
now.
for Tom King. So
Give him that hawk tour.
Hawk Tour. Spit on that thing.
Spit on that thing. That is popping Polly for you.
Yes, he is. He's that.
He's
Hawk
popping.
Tour.
He's popping something.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, here we go. Let's see what that hawk tour do.
Dan Moore, that top-notch, amazing coloring from Tamara Bond Villain. Fantastic book. I'm having a lot of fun with this. It's an old school type story with a new school approach. I really do like that. Wonder Woman #10. Y'all, I'm a damn fan of this Tom King Wonder Woman run. Did not like
Yep. There you go. Hawk Tour. He is he is on that dick.
He's just hawk touring all over the.
He's on that
what,
thing.
What is happening? If anything, the Wonder Woman run is getting worse, and he's liking it more.
Yes.
See how this happens? Like he's about to say at first he didn't like the run, and now he's a fan of it. How?
Right.
How? When it's actually gotten farther away from what the core central storyline was.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I don't want to play this.
Y'all, I'm a damn fan of this Tom King Wonder Woman run. Did not like it at first. Started winning me over a little bit. Got a little shaky for a moment with the fill-in issue where they go, Superman and Wonder Woman go to buy Batman a gift in some kind of stupid space station ripped out of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah.
But man, I'm really liking it. I really am. This one focuses in on the dynamic between Sheeta and Wonder Woman, and also the Wonder Girls have a nice little like humorous.
Don't.
Shut up, dude. God
This
damn,
is
dude.
the humor in that damn book is lower than the lowest common denominator. Like I said, it is written for 5-year-olds with Down syndrome, and congratulations, he is showing his humor level with that. It's fucking ridiculous.
Dude, how in good conscience, which makes me believe it's not in good faith, good faith, bad faith. How in God's green earth can you read the dialogue from Wonder Woman and Cheetah and say this is great character development between the two, when all they're doing is just playing, footsies with each other and just, oh, I love you. No, I love you more. Oh, you sacrificed so much for me. If your central villain cannot have if you need a protagonist and antagonist, and if your central villain is just going to be sympathetic the whole time and not actually have any sort of conflict with your protagonist, what good are any of these characters, man?
Well, not just that. How this is resolved is how every other fucking Cheetah versus Wonder Woman fight is resolved.
Oh, is it?
Saying I love you. Yeah, it's like, and I'm saying to myself as soon as the fight starts, I'm like, here's gonna say with Wonder Woman saying I love you. Tom King, you're a lazy fucking hack. You couldn't even fucking change it. Couldn't make a difference.
So you're saying even like the I don't know, 80s and 90s, 70s, 80s of Wonder Woman. That's how they ended up?
Yeah, it's like even in the 90s, George Perez stuff, the 2000s, it's just like I love you. It's just like I get in.
So it's just the same thing. Yeah.
Try harder.
I feel like it just absolutely ruins their character, though. But I guess if you're saying that this has happened before, then maybe I don't know.
Countless times.
Maybe it is just a tired trope. Yeah.
It is a very, very tired trope with these two characters.
Yeah, it's like go back to the white supremacist old fuck. At least stay there with that guy.
No. We have come so far from the main issue, not the main comic book issue, but the main problem with what is happening in America right now is that Diana is labeled as a terrorist. She is labeled as a threat to the United States because all other Amazons have been labeled as domestic terrorists.
And they are.
They've kind of put that story. They kind of put that on the kibosh. We could have
forgotten. They haven't touched it since like issue 2 or 3, maybe.
Because the United States military is currently looking for her to kill her. So
yeah.
And
we all saw what she did to the United States military when they tried to find her.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many people did she kill in that tank? How many American soldiers did she kill?
Must have killed hundreds on that battlefield.
Yeah, at least.
But it's the best.
I can't watch
y'all. I am loving this Wonder Woman series.
I love the pause beforehand where he's like, I have to say this. Just get it out. Just y'all, I am loving this Wonder Woman series. He's like, he's not even sure of himself.
He's not. And he does that gay shit like that fucking movie reviewer guy with the red background. Who is that fucking guy?
Oh, you're thinking of Jeremy Johns.
Yes, he acts just like him.
Does he? Okay.
Yes.
I didn't even know.
Move around, and I'm going to throw my hand at the camera and talk to you with my hand and flick it at you. Hey, I thought it was, something. I don't know, and I'm going to keep moving back and forth. It's like God.
I'd really love to see how you're doing that right now, but oh well.
Oh, it's a sight. It's a scene, man.
Oh, it's a scene. It's a scene, man. Oh, well, you heard it here first, folks. Poppin' Polly, Rockin' Robbie Billups loves the Wonder Woman run now. Thanks.
I am just going to fucking just go after his ass until we get more subs than him, and then he in the rearview mirror and don't care. But until then, fuck that piece of shit.
Kyle's texting me during the week. He's like, Max, let's do a video. I'm like, sorry, man. I'm coming home from work. He's like, do you want to beat Poppin' Polly? Do you want to beat Rockin' Robbie Billups?
20,000 subs. That's
20,000. That piece of shit. We gotta beat him.
Yep.
That's a looking motherfucker. That fat piece of shit.
Yep.
Yeah. Gosh dang. Oh well. Well, I think we'll call it there, boys. It's been a fun night. Chat, I hope you guys enjoyed our comic shop conversations. And yeah, let us know what you guys think of the new rebranding if you like it. And what I'd like to do is hopefully we can throw some clips up on a secondary channel that will be solely comic shop conversations material. And that will also be like strictly hopefully comic reviews, and I think that'd be a ton of fun. It would have to grow kind of from scratch, but I think we could still probably get monetized and have some fun doing it. And it might just be kind of a side gig that's just more for fun, but yeah, we'll see. Other than that, you guys got anything else before we take off for the night?
Nope.
If you want to check out a comic book that's well written with kick-ass art, that has well written characters, check out Unholy Nightmare. Or
I agree.
Anything else I've written.
Yes, yeah, no, very much so. But
I guess I do officially have an artist for my book, so things are moving forward with that. So
ooh,
a
congratulations, sir! There you go. I didn't know
Yep.
about that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, MG says, I would argue, build this channel first. Hey, what's happening, X-Wing? Thanks for being here, man.
Bye.
MG, so here's the difficult thing. I started this channel and I knew nothing about YouTube. I was just kind of putting out videos of whatever I thought would be like interesting or what I found interesting. That is a terrible way of growing a YouTube channel. So I have YouTube shorts on here, I have live streams on here, and I have regular videos. They are all varying topics of different varying degrees, and it's awful. Like if I were to want to genuinely grow my channel here, it would need a complete overhaul. So that's why the Comic Shop Conversations channel would be off to the side, because it would be focused. There would be no shorts, no live streams. It would only be video content. YouTube will push through the algorithm YouTube channels that are one topic and have only one, like if it's only shorts or it's only live streams or it's only videos. They don't like a mixture of kind of all of it put together. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but that is what I've seen from my experience on YouTube. So that's kind of why this channel just how it's been blowing up just kind of happened by chance, not by anything that I really tried to algorithmically try and push or analytically try and, invest in. So, yeah, the consistency of videos is huge as well. And that was one thing that Wes also told me is like, you got to be like a video almost every week or something. So,
yeah,
but yeah.
If you're gonna be doing videos at a certain day, at a certain time, you gotta make sure you do it. That's certain days, certain time.
Yeah, like that, and that's the tough part. Is like if you say new video every Monday at 8:00, it's got to be that, and YouTube will pick it up. So, but all that being said, Wes does like 2 to 4 days. He does, yes.
Yeah, most of the time he did. Sometimes he'll just do one.
Well, you also look at like Ryan Kinnell or something, and like Ryan Kinnell puts out like 2 to 3 a day sometimes. So, but
yeah, if not more, depending on what sports stuff's going on.
Yeah, right. Oh my gosh. So, but all that being said, we're still figuring it out, but I think we're having fun doing it. And these live streams are more than anything, it's just a fun way for us to get to engage with you guys, the chat, and also for us as friends to just kind of hang out and have some great talk on comics that we've read. So, but yeah, from the stuff he does on Patreon, he does like 12 X-Men videos a week.
Well, X-Men is a dumpster fire right now. X-Men is literally, you talk about the definition of a dumpster fire, it is the X-Men franchise in comics. Yeah. And he's cashing in on it. Yeah.
Good for
Marvel
him.
knows it. Tom Brevoort knows it.
Gosh, I would hope so at this point. Jeez. Well, I'm going to go buy some Matt Martin art. So you guys enjoy the rest of your night. I will talk to everyone probably this Sunday from Max's Man Cave. Have a great rest of the weekend. Chat, you guys are awesome. Thanks again for all your support and hanging out with us on Friday evenings. And we will talk to you guys soon. Take care. Let's see if last time we played the outro and it didn't end the stream. So let's see if we can do it this time. 3, 2, 1, go.